following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Broadcasting from the Main Street Media television studios in Nashville, Tennessee, it's time for Friday Night Live, the best high school football coverage in Middle Tennessee, featuring Tennessee Radio Hall of Famer George Plaster, Zach Womble, and Billy Derrick, and also reporters from Main Street Media. Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Fans, don't let fans drive drunk.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome in. What a pretty picture of Zach that was. I guess we need to sort of rearrange a little bit exactly how we do this. Zach, you might want to get into the picture.
Oh, he's in, George. You're the one that.
What is that? George, you've got a wild.
Zach, you need to reconnect your mic.
Yeah, I think it's the shirt.
Okay.
The shirt's giving us some interesting stuff, but nonetheless, good evening to all of you. Welcome to Friday Night Live, where we are in round 3 of the TSSAA State High School Football Playoffs. Got a lot of great games to talk about. Zach Womble, Natalie attired in big orange.
Yeah. What was that word?
Natalie attired.
Natalie Tyler.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I've never heard that.
It means, spiffy.
Oh, okay.
You got that?
You like the? Do you like that I rise all the way to the top button?
No.
Hendon Hooker rises to the top button.
Good.
And if you're going to model your life after anybody, Hendon Hooker is
So I've
choice.
heard, yeah.
A good choice.
Yeah.
So he's got his own book.
Wow. Good for him.
Where is it?
His book?
Uh-huh.
Well, you could probably find some on the bookshelves, in the warehouse still. You mean my version?
No, I mean, if he's written a book, where can you get it?
Oh, I mean, no free plugs.
Probably your.
I have no idea. You could probably find it on Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazon, if you're listening, you want to sponsor the show, hit us up.
Billy, how are you this evening?
George, I am doing swell tonight.
That's
I can't
wonderful.
wait for another great night of high school football. We've got a lot of good games tonight. Page and Nolensville, as Zach talked about earlier, Baylor and Brentwood Academy, McCallie and NBA, Beach and Cane Ridge. You got some intriguing matchups tonight that I'm excited to talk about and preview.
Okay, if you could only pick one, if I let you out of this studio, Billy, where would you go?
So I was thinking about saying Nolensville Page. I said Nolensville last week, but I would love to be over on West End tonight for NBA and McCallie. Those are two really, really good football teams. It's a rematch of last year's state final. NBA barely beat McCallie earlier this season, 23-20. And, but McCallie wants to get some revenge there. I mean, that was a game they felt like they could have won. So I'm really interested to see what goes on tonight on West End. So I would say NBA, George.
So, Zach, what's the game if you could pick one that you would go see?
There's a couple. I always do this to you, George. You always ask me to pick one, and I give you multiple. I apologize for that. But I mean, I don't think you could go wrong anywhere. But I'm going to say Beach Cane Ridge. I mean, I've been high on this Cane Ridge team all season long. It'd be a great chance to see them, to see what they're made of. I know what an Anthony Crabtree-led playoff team looks like at Beach. I mean, I've seen it for the last 5 years in Sumner County. He's been there for 18 years, and all he does is win. Two gold titles, a silver ball as well. And so, that's part of the reason I thought Beach stands a good chance to win tonight. I've just seen Crabtree lead his team to difficult road playoff wins, whether it be on the road to Summit, the year they go all the way to the Blue Cross Bowl final. And so many other ones in between. Of course, I'm drawing a blank on them now, and I had them pre-show, but there's at least 2 or 3 instances where I know that at Hillsborough one year was a big win. So his teams typically play very well in the playoffs, and so they usually play good football. And so I think I would want to go see that one.
Yeah.
Did we have? I'm about to ask this. Did we have this kind of cold weather last week?
It was cold,
Yeah, it
but
was cold.
tonight it feels like another level of cold. I mean, I might be, as a little bit unfamiliar with how quickly it gets cold in Nashville because I've been in Florida the past 4 years. But I mean, is this early? Because it feels early to me.
It's November 18th. It feels like
but it's early. It's early for
but I mean, it's
lows
30
into the low
degrees.
20s.
Yeah, I mean, we've dipped down into the 20s already. And I know it is November, but
here's the weird thing in what we have had. We had this run well into November with highs in the mid 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, you expect it to dip into the 50s. But now all of a sudden it's like we skipped a layer.
Yeah, we skipped that last bit of fall. I mean, we went from 70s, 60s, having a nice, fall weather and nice fall temperatures. But now let's get to 20 and 30. No 40s and 50s for you guys in Nashville.
So it's been a little crazy. Does that factor in at all?
I mean, I think it always factors in. The cold does. It's just, it's harder to hold on to the football. It's harder to throw the football, harder to catch the football, harder to make a tackle. It hurts worse getting tackled in the cold. So, yeah, I think the weather plays a factor. But once you get into the flow of the game, I think it all just kind of falls to the wayside.
I think the body heat is something we forget about a lot of times with football. Yeah. I mean, there's 11 guys on each side, and a lot of teams at this point in the season, they want to run the football.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of just collision courses where everybody in the field is basically bunched up. There's teams that want to throw the football, and you got to throw the football to win. But I think the body heat helps a lot with a lot of those players and run plays like that as well.
Yeah, and when you're in the middle of it, second quarter, and you've got 12 or 13 carries,
you're not thinking about it. No,
you're not getting cold.
No, you're not getting cold. If you're a fan, you're freezing your butt off up there.
Right, exactly.
And maybe some coaches or staff members, but players out there, they block it out pretty well.
You think they'd have blocked it out in Buffalo?
No, they'd be blocked by the snow. I mean,
Have you all seen the pictures?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they didn't even get out. Am I understanding this right? The Buffalo didn't even get out of Buffalo yet?
No.
That's what we've heard, which I guess I'm wondering, with as much money as NFL teams have, why would they not have gotten out yesterday?
Yeah, that's pretty surprising to me. I mean, I know when did we find out about this? 2 days ago that it was moved. So yeah, it was probably a little late for them, but for them to not even get out of Buffalo is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I don't understand that one either. It's not like money's an issue. So, just put them up in a hotel somewhere, and they have to. I mean, they have to play the game someday. So they have to get out because not like they can play Tuesday. They've got to go right back to Detroit on Thursday.
That's the issue. Normally, the league might have said, okay, then we'll move it and make a second Monday night game, maybe play at 4 p.m., before the regularly scheduled Monday night game. But it's exactly what you said. They have a Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit against the Lions, who suddenly, think they're the 27 Packers. They've won 2 in a row, and Buffalo, they're struggling a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But I don't know that I've ever seen that much snow in one system.
Yeah, it looked like the whole stadium.
Incredible.
Looked like it looked like you could run into the stadium by accident because there was so much snow.
It looked. I was looking at one of the seats, and I mean, it was like 6 feet of snow on the seat.
Yeah,
like, it's ridiculous.
If you think about it, 72 inches of snow is what they're projected. I mean, that's
God.
I'm about as close to I am 6'5". I'll 77 inches. I'm right there. But I mean, I'm barely got eyesight out of it. I mean, can you imagine trying to play a football game at that? But there was, the same tire joke has been recycled 100 times, so I'll recycle it again. But it was such a good idea that they decided to build another non-dome stadium in Buffalo. So kudos to them.
Thank God we don't live in Buffalo.
Oh,
imagine that would be just.
I would assume their high school football tonight is not happening.
I would assume
they may play their high school football in the spring.
Yeah, really. In all seriousness, Akron and Buffalo got canceled, and the MAC is considering trying to play that game on Sunday, quote, if conditions allow. Billy, what are you telling me over there?
I'm telling you, we got to go to break.
Well, fine.
We got Mo Patton on the line.
Okay. So we don't go to Mo first?
Yeah, let's just go straight to Mo.
I mean, do we not go to commercial breaks anymore?
If that's what you tell me to do, we're going to do it. Mo Patton will join us after the break and not 1 second before. This is Main Street Media Television.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand, so no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
You think it was worth it?
No more questions.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Okay, we welcome all of you back on this Friday evening. The Hall of Famer, Maurice Patton. We know him as Mo. He is Nolensville. Is that right? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I can hear the noise in the background. You got a great game tonight, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But hey, before we get into this game, I got to ask you, that last spot that y'all did right before you came back, it was a golf course I had, and I don't play a lot of golf, read any.
Right.
But you mentioned a 9-hole executive course. What is an executive course, George?
You know, I don't know that I really know, other than I'm guessing that what it really is oh, wait a minute. Zach's raising his hand.
It's where Hall of Famers like you and George get to play, Mo.
No, it's where Hall of Famers like George gets to play, not me. Trust me on that. But
Mo,
trust me on that. No,
Mo, I think it is just a fancy way of describing their 9-hole course. They just call it the executive course. Like the 18-hole course is called Farm Lakes course, and so they wanted I guess, to just be more fancy than what they actually are. So they
Okay.
named their 9-hole course the executive course.
Okay. All right, cool. I thought it was some kind of particular distinction or something. Okay, I'm good.
You want to know what I was?
We can talk Page Nolensville anytime you want to, though.
Okay, hold on. What I was going to tell you was,
check on that.
I think what it means is that if you're, if you work during the day, that you can get on that course and get on and off a lot quicker.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
that
Zach
would make
knew.
sense.
Yeah, I don't think Zach knew one way or the other.
No, I said that one fully with my chest, George. I really.
Say it with your chest. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Both those make sense, though. So y'all may have to check into that for next week.
Well, you need it to get a tad bit warmer.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so despite the fact that it may be really cold where you are tonight, this ought to be a red hot game. Tell me what you expect.
They played earlier this year. I think it was on October 7th. Nolensville won it 27-21 in overtime, and I expect something really along those lines. Maybe not necessarily overtime, but I don't expect it to be more than one possession either way. Nolensville is one of Page's 2 losses. The other one was to Independence, 13-0 in week 10, I believe it was. And obviously Nolensville has gone undefeated, looked very impressive in their last 2 outings, 41-3 against Wilson Central and 56-36 against a really good White County team last week. So I think this Nolensville team is playing with a lot of confidence, and I've got a little bit of insider information that Page may be a little beat up at some key spots tonight. So, for what that's worth.
I think it's worth a lot, Mo. One thing I think that really bodes well for Nolensville tonight, I've said it a couple times, and I'll say it again, being able to face White County running back Malachi Dowell last week, one of the state's best in terms of just numbers-wise. I mean, if you look at it, he's right up there. Do you think that bodes well for that Knights team, and have they mentioned that as maybe a key component to their game plan tonight?
I don't know that they've not mentioned it. We had Paul Derrick on our show yesterday, Main Street Sports Today, and he did not speak specifically to facing Malachi Dowell. But I tell you, when you defend a kid like that, who makes you defend the entire field, sideline to sideline and goal line to goal line, basically, and you can get them out of the postseason, I think it bodes well. I think it's got to be a confidence boost for you again. So, when you're able to be successful against a team like that, against a kid like that, I think that's got you walking around with your chest out, Zach. So, I mean, he's a Mr. Football semifinalist. He's gonna be a Mr. Football finalist, I would think, and wouldn't surprise me if he wins it. So again, I don't remember. I don't know what their numbers were or what his numbers were against them, but they got the dub. So you got to feel pretty good about that.
Mo, football in Williamson County, I feel like has gotten even better over the last several years, and you've been able to cover certain teams in Williamson County and cover games like this. How have you seen it change and kind of the competition continue to improve, especially with the help of a team like Nolensville that has, sort of taken everybody by surprise with their dominance this year?
Williamson County has, for whatever reason, been a destination place for a lot of folks moving into the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area. You've seen it with the school boom. Nolensville played their first football game in the fall of 2016. They spent, I think, 4 years in Class 4A. They made a couple of deep runs into the playoffs in 4A. Last year was their first year in 5A, and they made the second round before Page beat them. I think they finished up 5-7. But like you said, everybody around here has been really good. I think it's a combination of some great coaching and some great talent. And some of it's actually homegrown. There have been some kids, obviously, that have moved in here, but a lot of these kids have come up through the youth programs here in this area and again, taking advantage of some great coaching. I mean, you can't throw a rock in any direction and not hit a great head football coach in Williamson County Schools. I think they've done a really great job of getting people at the top of these programs, and I think it's shown with the success that they've had, like you said.
Mo, I have one more question for you before we let you go. I'm assuming
there's more than that.
Okay. Sorry, I jumped the gun on that a little bit. I do. So both Nolensville and Page, I know Page is on the road tonight, but I mean, how far are those schools apart really? It's kind of like both teams are at home, if you will. My point is, both of these teams have been close to home since the start of the playoffs. But next week, whoever wins, they have to go on the road to either Springfield or Henry County. Do you think that will play a factor at all with either one of these teams, that they have to go on the road so late into the postseason?
Zach, Page went up to Mount Juliet last week and won 42-39.
Oh, I thought they were at Page. I apologize.
No, that was at Mount Juliet because Page was the number 2 seed out of this region, and Mount Juliet was the number 1. So they went over to Mount Juliet and won a shootout against another well-coached team with Trey Perry and those guys over there. But again, it's certainly not Henry County. But I did go up to Henry County and watch Summit a couple of years ago, and Summit came back with a win. So I think these teams are built for that. I think they're built to be successful on the road. I think this Nolensville team in particular is, I think. So I don't know that going to Henry County or to Springfield next week is anything that bothers either of these guys.
Hey, Mo, before we let you go, give me some opinions on Mayor Cooper's announcement about putting artificial turf in all of the metro schools. I guess it caught me by surprise, and deep down, I'm pleasantly surprised.
The mayor's office is putting $5 million in. Excuse me, $5 million, not thousand. The Titans are putting in another $5 million, and the fans organization that Mark North instituted and Jamie Holland is now running is responsible for coming up with the other $5 million for the $15 million total that they feel like it's going to take. I don't think it can be anything but good. I mean, when you go out to some of these Metro Nashville schools and see the surfaces that they have to play on, that would certainly be better. And it won't just be a football thing, again, because they're going to be marked for soccer as well. So you'll be able to use it for football and for boys and girls soccer all in the same place. And, as rough as some of the surfaces are for football, some of them for soccer are even worse. So it's going to be really great for Metro Nashville Public Schools when they get this completed across the board. And, facilities are such a big deal. I talked to Arsente Broom, talked to Jamal Stewart, talked to some of the other coaches across Metro Nashville, and they talk about when they bring their teams out, to Williamson County or to Rutherford County or to some of the other places that they have to go to, and the facilities are like night and day, basically. And so to give these kids, a surface to play on that's going to rival some of the surfaces that they're on when they go on the road, it can't be anything but good.
I'm with you. I was thrilled to see it. To me, it's a little bit of a game changer and a little bit of an equalizer.
Yes, exactly. I'd agree 100% with both those characterizations because, there's no way around it, George. There are a lot of kids that come up through Metro Nashville Public Schools that don't finish their education in MNPS. And, when you've got something like that to show those kids, it's kind of telling them, you don't have to go someplace else and play high school football.
Yeah. It's one of those things that gives hope is what it does. Mo, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking the time. You got a great game tonight. Keep us updated on what's going on.
I tell you, y'all can follow me. I don't know, George, I know Twitter may be a little over your head, but y'all can follow me on Twitter at @MoPatton_sports. And I think Chris Yao from the warmth of his home is going to be retweeting everything from our Main Street Sports Today account, which is at @MS_sports today. So you can keep up there. And we will try to keep you all informed.
Beautiful. Thank you as always.
All right, guys.
Maurice Patton joining us from the Nolensville Page game that will start in about 28 minutes. Billy, I could tell that there's more coming, so update me.
Yeah, George, we're working on getting Blaine Keller on the line for us here tonight. Zach, where's Blaine tonight?
Blaine made the trip all the way to Paris, Tennessee.
Wow.
He's at Henry County Springfield Part 2, so very dedicated to make that. Blaine, what time did you leave your house in Nashville to make it up there in time?
Yeah, I'll give you guys some context clues. I live in South Nashville, just south of the airport. So I just arrived in Paris, just parked here at Henry County High School. Take a guess, take a jab on what time I got in my car to leave.
What time did what time did you leave the airport?
That's what he's asking us, George. And so I'm gonna guess, Blaine, knowing I'm just channeling the frustrations that you had after the TWSAA basketball tournament, where it took you 18 hours to get from Murfreesboro to your home in South Nashville. I'm going to guess you left your house at 2 o'clock.
Close. 3:30 is the correct answer. So I've been in the car for about 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It's better than being outside. You know, it's a little warmer in the Chevy Sonic than out here right now. But
he's got a point.
Yeah, long drive.
So what are you looking for tonight?
Well, you know, it's just every time you hear about Henry County and Springfield, it's just one of those games that you know off namesake alone, it's going to be a good one. You know, these teams have played 3 times since the most recent classification alignment, and every time it's been an entertaining game. The first one here in Paris was 6-3 in favor of Springfield. Henry County avenged that in the postseason last year in the quarterfinals. I believe that one was 23-0. And then this year it was 29-28 in the regular season. As everybody probably knows in the Mid-State now, that game came down to overtime in the final play where the Patriots pulled off a Philly special to win it. So just off that last meeting alone, if you knew that, you know this one's going to be a fun one.
Blaine, how the heck does this Springfield defense try to contain 3-star quarterback Ryan Damron? I think he's going to Appalachian State maybe. I'm not 100% on that, but I know he's a Division I football player. How does this defense prepare for a quarterback of that caliber?
Yeah, you know, Dameron's going to be relied on a lot tonight. And, you know, he's gotten a lot of FCS looks. But really the story to look out for is the running back, Morgan Derrick, had 2 carries against Dyer County in the first round of the TWSAA postseason. Did not play last week, did not log a snap. He has 1,100 yards and 20 touchdowns for the Patriots. He's the guy that makes them go on the ground. And, you know, as we kind of know, if you can't run the ball, you can't really throw the ball. You've got to have both of those, especially at this level of high school football. So, you know, it'll be interesting. If Derrick is good to go, then, you know, I think they probably have a lot of success with Dameron. If not, Springfield's defense, both passing and rushing, has been impressive, you know, over the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
You know, they're able to run the ball because Luke Brown leads that offensive line, but it's more than just him. I mean, they get great push in the trenches. I guess, how does Dustin Wilson feel about, you know, that line play, his big boys up front, and how prepared they are to go against, you know, one of the state's best offensive lines?
Yeah, you know, I kind of talked about it, I think, the last time I was at a Springfield game. Look at the numbers for Springfield's rushing offense. And, you know, they might not have those 3-star, 4-star guys or guys that have any stars for that matter, but they've got guys that can help push that offensive line and run the ball. You know, they're averaging 213 rushing yards over their last 4 games, I believe. They're close to it. You know, if they have another performance like that, the last 5 weeks of the season, they'll have 1,000 yards just rushing. Throw out anything passing wise. You know, last week they traveled all the way down to Munford, Springfield did, and threw the ball, completed 1 pass, and they still won the game against an undefeated team. So I think, you know, Henry County, as you mentioned, is a great offensive line and a really good offensive and defensive football team, but you got to give some credit to the visiting Jackets here too.
It feels like this game could come down to special teams, and Springfield has one of the best kickers in all of the state, I feel like. Tell us a little bit about the Jackets guy that, you know, puts 3 on the board whenever he gets a chance.
Yeah, Logan Leftrick has I don't know what a good comparison is. I mean, he's got a great leg. I mean, you know, if you could think of like a hammer for a leg, a cannon for a leg, there we go. He obviously hit, I believe, a 55-yarder at Beach, you know, whenever Devin Crenshaw went out in that game. That tied a school record, or actually broke the school record, I should say. And, you know, he's when he has the opportunity to kick some field goals, he's going to knock them through. He's just got a really powerful leg, and there's a reason that he's kind of in that East-West All-Star Classic for the state that'll be held at Austin Peay in December, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Logan Leftrick is a big kid, and you know, if this team does come down to if this game does come down to special teams, it'll be because of him.
You know, Billy,
great punter too, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, I think he averages 40-something yards on a punt.
Oh goodness, is he? Surely someone's after him then, right?
Oh yeah.
He's got one offer to Bethel.
Yeah, kickers and punters, it's so weird.
Wow.
I never understand how those guys are recruited. I mean, they're given half stars, you know, and they're recruited. I don't understand it.
Well, Billy, one of the things that amazes me when I hear a report like this, that a young guy in high schools hit a 55-yarder. When I was growing up on the pro level, 52 was about as far as you would see anybody try. I haven't seen anybody this year from shorter than 60 that came up short on the NFL level. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, especially for a high school kid, you got to believe he's got more offers coming his way. And Blaine will keep us updated on that, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, one more thing I'll kind of touch on there. You know, I think you could say that statement. You know, this guy's got more college offers coming his way about just about every player on Springfield's roster. Devin Crenshaw and Keon Harden, I believe two other guys that are in that East-West Tennessee All-Star Classic, both picked up their first offers today, first Sewanee. You know, Devin Crenshaw was about this close to being a Mr. Football finalist, Mr. Football semifinalist. He's, I mean, just about as good as Ryan Dameron, if not better. And, you know, I think if Dustin Wilson would tell you anything, it's that these Springfield kids kind of get under-recruited at times.
Will they use that to their advantage tonight, Blaine? Like, will Devin Crenshaw use that to his advantage to kind of – because, I saw that same quote tweet that everybody saw from the Springfield assistant coach, you know, feeling like his guys were kind of snubbed around the Mr. Football and things of that nature. Does it feel like to you that these guys are going to use that chip on their shoulder the rest of the way?
Well, I think if you ask Devin if he was better than Ryan Dameron, he might not tell you straight up, but just look at the numbers. Sure. He's got more rushing yards than Ryan Dameron. He's got more passing yards than Ryan Dameron. And I think Dameron might have a better supporting cast. That's no discredit to Ryan Dameron either. You know, he's a great quarterback as well. But, I mean, a lot of these Springfield kids just don't get the exposure maybe as maybe a Henry County, despite them having that same level of pedigree, so to speak. And I think, you know, we go back to the offensive line, it's a similar situation. I think Keon Harden or De'Aaron Grundy would probably say that, yeah, we're on the same level as Luke Brown. We might not have the stars to prove it, but, you know, we're going to go out there and play and try to give them our best shot.
Blaine, enjoy Henry County tonight. It's one of the more unique venues to watch high school football. I had the pleasure of seeing Beach play up there against Henry County, I believe in 2018. It's just a fun experience. I mean, it gets super loud with their sirens in the student sections, the horn on their scoreboard. But Blaine, it really is a fun place to watch high school football. So I hope you enjoy yourself tonight.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Blaine Keller reporting from a charter flight near you.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Made the trip all the way to Paris.
Billy, what now?
Well, George, that is it for this segment for phone calls. So,
well, that's wonderful.
That's all we got.
Well, you know what? Then we'll go to a break. It is 6:41. We're about 20 minutes away from the start of most of the games, obviously in the Middle Tennessee area. In East Tennessee, there are already some games that have started. So we'll get you some scoreboard updates and plenty more when we come back. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand, so no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
Think it was worth it?
No more questions. So, I got a DUI.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought I was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around. I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Do you know where you are right now?
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29-plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the Happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
Mentioned earlier that while the Middle Tennessee games are 10, 11, 12 minutes away from starting, that's not the case up in East Tennessee, which in a lot of cases is on Eastern Standard Time. And so with that in mind, a lot of those games have started. Let's get our first scoreboard update. Billy, who would sponsor that update?
Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders, the domination of they dominate the area for custom home builders. So DonnellyTimmons.com is the website.
Zach,
I thought I was.
Did you want to get presented there?
Well,
and now here's Zach Womble.
No, I thought maybe there'd be some music that came in. I wasn't sure. It's okay. I'm ready to roll. There's only a few. Listen, there's only a few scores to come in, as you can see right there. But
take your time.
Okay, fine. Division 1, Region 2, Alcoa. Again, Region 2, Division 1, Alcoa, all over Gatlinburg Pittman at the moment. Are you surprised Alcoa, they just hand out free gold footballs to the Tornadoes? But Gatlinburg Pittman, 11-1, and they are getting beat 28-0 in the second quarter. Greenville losing to Anderson County 21-7. Anderson County 12-0 at the moment. Greenville 7. Billy Vandy Chris has been all over that game for the past couple weeks. So hopefully, I know Vandy Chris is listening and watching. He's an avid watcher of the show. So I know he'll be happy to hear that Anderson County, who I think he's a fan of. I think he's a fan of the Mavericks. I think he was asking us what we thought their chances were of beating Greenville, who is really, to be honest with you, a high school sports power. I mean, whether it's basketball, football, girls and boys soccer, softball, they just win at everything at Greenville. But they're losing right now to Anderson County 21-7. Coalfield beating Oliver Springs 28-0 in the second quarter. Maryville and Science Hill tied at 7. A little bit of a surprise because that 6A bracket usually comes down to Oakland and Maryville in the semifinals.
Or as they say it, Merville.
Knox West continuing their run through Class 5A. They lead Daniel Boone 21-0. A battle of unbeaten teams. Knox West, listen, I know Page, Nolensville is good. Springfield, Henry County is good. But that Knox West team has been on another level this year. And so if they do indeed get to the Blue Cross Bowl, they're going to be a tough out once that championship game is played.
No doubt about it. Region 3, Red Bank leads East Hamilton 14-6, and Powell is up on Oak Ridge right now, 15-13. Oak Ridge is a team that, they've been up and down. They're 7-5 right now, but they're battling. They're hanging in there with Powell right now. So those are your East Tennessee scores. And this first scoreboard update brought to you by Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders.
So which one was it? Was 28-0?
Alcoa, Gatlinburg, Pittman.
Think about that for a second. Here's a team that's had a really good year to get to the third round, making a nice deep run. And when you get clobbered, 28-0, that has got to take the wind out of the sails of a really good year. I hate seeing that.
It's in the quarterfinals too. So you would think that, but again, it's Alcoa. They just run
right.
They just run Class 3A. Gary Rankin's at another school, and Alcoa just continues to win. So I mean, are we really surprised at this moment? I would say yes, because again, quarterfinal round, you would expect, not a 4-touchdown lead in the first half.
Why did Gary get out?
Probably because I don't know this, but I think it has a little bit to do with the fact that it probably just became a little bit too easy for him. Wanted a different challenge. But what I think I remember him telling the Chattanooga paper, the Times Free Press, I believe, is in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I believe what he told them was his daughter had just recently, he had just had a new granddaughter born or grandson born. And he wanted to be closer to them. His kids had lived in Chattanooga. And so not only a new challenge, but an opportunity to be closer to his family. I'm pretty sure that's what he told the Times Free Press as the main reason. But
you look at the numbers he has put up, it is staggering.
Will anybody catch him? I guess is the question. Is the greatest high school coach in Tennessee high school football history?
Don't you think the answer is probably no?
I mean, if there's anybody,
it's just the longevity.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody's going to stay anywhere for that long anymore. You know, I mean, even Ricky Bowers, you could argue at different schools, but at one school, I mean, it's Gary Rankin. You know, because Ricky Bowers,
Gary
you look
Rankin
at
was 2 schools.
Yeah, Riverdale
and Alcoa.
And Alcoa.
I think immediately you have to ask Kevin Creasy. I mean, he's the best coach in the mid-state right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Marty Uverard at NBA.
That's another one.
I hope I'm saying his last name correctly.
That's one we can't forget about.
Yeah, can't forget about him. You would like
of course. I mean, he went to NBA from BGA.
And he's been there for
that's not the reason.
A decade?
Yeah. I mean, maybe over a decade now.
A decade. You'd like to say Trent Dilfer, but will he be at Lipscomb Academy for, in 3 years? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's a short list. It's definitely a short list. And
Gary's at the top of a short list.
Yes, he is. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, you have good coaches, of course, at several schools in the mid-state. I mean, whether it's in Sumner County, Robertson County, or wherever. But when you're talking undisputed best of the best, and there's just not many. There's just not many that could overtake his resume. I mean, he's awesome.
With as few games as there are now that you pare this thing down to the third round, we will do a lot of live listen-intos tonight to try to give you the best info on what is going on, because we think that's something you all enjoy. You've sort of let us know that, and so we will try to do a lot of that tonight.
Oh, speaking of that, I didn't realize my computer was unmuted. I was trying to pull up the live stream of Anderson County and Greenville and had that running. But yeah, I mean, there's several key games: Page, Nolensville, Beach, Cane Ridge, Jackson Christian, Nashville Christian, Springfield, Henry County that will get you coverage. I mean, McCallie NBA. I can't wait to see how that one shakes out. And even Burtman Academy Baylor is catches my eye. Just that whole D2 3A field. Is it going to be Chattanooga running D2 3A? Is it going to be Middle Tennessee squaring off in Chattanooga? Is it going to be vice versa? But I do know this: if one Chattanooga school gets there, they're certainly going to have the home field advantage.
Oh gosh,
yeah,
no doubt about it. How surprised should I be? Nashville Christian.
I don't think. Listen, not at all. I mean, Division II Single A is it feels like there's a handful of teams every year that can compete. I know they had a quarterback change to Jared Curtis halfway through the year, freshman that Tyler Palmentier has highlighted a couple times on the show that has really kind of given them that spark. But you know what? They're in a good spot where they really have to be the best of 4 teams, if you will. USJ is good. Friendship Christian is good. DCA is good. Nashville Christian is good. But that's really, there's a big drop-off after that. So,
yeah,
I would say, yes, Davidson Academy used to be in that conversation, but then they moved up to AA after winning state. I think it was 3 years in a row. So I say that, yeah, they expected to be there. But when they started the season out, I don't know that they thought they could get there. That's why they made the quarterback change. I mean, you have a senior quarterback starting the year, and then you decide to roll out a freshman instead. So clearly there was something there like, hey, maybe we should try to plan for the future. Let's try to get this freshman some reps. And then it's turned into what it's turned into. I'm pretty sure Jared Curtis is a semifinalist for Mr. Football. So, I mean, he's obviously been a big, big key to their success.
Billy, what are we doing over there?
George, I'm just hanging out over here, waiting on these games to start.
Do we need to go to a break?
I think we do.
I think we will. So we'll end hour number 1 of our coverage for this Friday evening, round 3 in the TSSAA State High School Football Playoffs. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand. So, no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
Think it was worth it?
No more questions.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought I was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time. I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
And set up. It's a shotgun. Boyd standing to the right shoulder of the quarterback, Kelly. Three receivers split right, looking to throw, sending it over the middle, incomplete. Mosley turned around, John, too late, and he hit him right in the shoulder.
Boy, sure did. That was actually a nice pass that time by Kelly. Good defense by number 9, Donovan Smith, who broke up the play at the end. So it'll be 3 and out on the opening possession for Jackson.
Exactly what Jeff Brothers would want. So they will send back Warmbroad to receive the punt along with Donovan Smith. The punter is Zach Sisko. He also handles the place-kicking duties, averaging 36.3 yards per punt. He's only punted 7 times this season. Rush is coming, almost blocked. I don't know how he got away. It's picked up on one hop by Warmbroad, 35-40 out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. John, somebody broke right through the middle. I don't know how they missed it.
Blair Otero, I think, was the person that got through there unblocked. And, you know, it's one of those things that you don't want to rough the punter, but as long as you get a piece of the ball, that goes away. Missed opportunity for Nashville.
34 yards on the punt, 9 yards on the return. And now our first look at the quarterback, the freshman Jared Curtis, 6'2", 200. He has thrown 99 for 167 for 1784, 21 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Mr. Football semifinalist. On looking to throw, the little swing pass into the flat to Carden. Carden hit at the 41 and just keeps fighting forward, still on his feet, grinding to the 47, 48-yard line. Carden, the senior, 5'10", 195. Johnny got the last 6 or 7 yards on his own.
Oh, yeah, initial contact happened around the line of scrimmage, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, but I love that play call to start a game. Get a completion for your young quarterback, maybe get some of those jitters gone, and then yards after catch, very nicely done by Carden.
That's Carden's 14th catch of the year. He's carried the ball 87 times, 592 yards. The front, Devin Ray, Cooper Collins, Nathan Thompson, Peyton Woodard, Kevin Bradley for Nashville Christian. 3 receivers split to the right. Shotgun formation for Curtis. Curtis brings a man Warmbroad toward the formation. He'll hand it to him on a jet sweep. Turns up at the numbers. He'll have the first down to about the 46-yard line. Tackle made there by number 88, Jack Collins. One of the things you'll notice if you're a new listener to us or to especially the smaller schools, the vast majority of these players play both sides of the football.
Yeah, Collins is unusual to see number 88 in the defensive backfield, but he's a wide receiver as well. Did a nice job stepping up. It was after the first down, so Nashville Christian moves the ball across midfield with a couple of nice plays.
46-yard line, 1st and 10. Nashville Christian moving right to left in their navy blue jerseys and pants. Under center is Curtis this time. Straight handoff, running left, bouncing outside Carden. Penalty flag is thrown in behind the play. Most likely a hold. Carden was taken out at the 31-yard line. The tackle made by Mosley, but the flag was thrown back at the line of scrimmage, and that is a hold as our referee Todd Dunaway makes that gesture.
Well, referee Dunaway is not going to call a number out. I believe it was number 17 who was guilty of that one. May have been a couple of different options, but that negates a nice gain on first down. And this is where Coach Brothers said, hey, let's not play behind the chains. Let's keep the momentum going. This one backs up now 1st and 20.
Yep, 1st and 20, back to the 44-yard line of Nashville Christian. Both these teams' mascots are Eagles, so we'll be referring to Nashville and Jackson a lot tonight. 1st and 20, Curtis in the shotgun, looking to throw, 4-man rush, fires pass caught at the 50 by Smith, hammered out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. There's Collins again, the tackle along with the senior linebacker Wyatt Jones. Jones, 67 tackles coming into this game, a gain of 8. That'll bring up 2nd and about 11.
Boy, got a lot of that penalty yardage back on that nice completion. 4 hitch routes. It was trips right, 1 receiver on the near side, the weak side, just an easy completion. So we see Curtis is 2 for 2 already, off to a nice start.
Jackson Christian runs a 3-4 defense, and their nose guard is a large individual. Cedric Anderson, they list him at well over 300 pounds. 2nd and 11. Curtis brings Warmbroad in motion again, fakes the handoff this time. Curtis scrambles right. Now he's going to plant, cut back to the left. Now he's going to bring it all the way to the left side, throw to the sideline, pass called. Warmbroad 35, and I believe stays on his feet. Still on his feet to the 30-yard line. I thought maybe he stepped out of bounds, but he apparently did not. Curtis kept that play alive, John, and finally found Warmbroad for the gain of 17 and a first down.
Yeah, Curtis, we know he's athletic, and when he broke to the right, I thought he was going to run it. He had a receiver in the far flat, but then he reversed course, navigated all the other rushers, and then found the receiver Warmbroad wide open. So nice play and catch.
So Curtis 3 for 3 starting out for 31 yards. Pistol formation this time. Snap gets away, picked up by Curtis, and they finds room to run. 25, 20, 15, hit at the 10-yard line. Curtis picked up the loose ball off the turf, came left and found a little sliver of daylight in the line, took it for 20 yards.
Right. Again, athleticism. The snap was a little low, and Curtis went down and got it, but I think the run was designed to go to the left anyway, so the blocking was set up that way. But nice navigation down to the second level and a first down right, knocking on the 10-yard line.
A couple of tight ends in the lineup now for Nashville Christian. Handoff to the tailback, who takes it to about the 7-yard line. That's Bryson Holt. Holt is also the backup quarterback. They use him in a lot of different ways. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball out on the perimeter. And he pushed it to about the 7-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal. They were just inside the 10.
Boy, nice first series for Nashville. Mixing the run and the pass. This is where you got to put a touchdown on the board, though, right? You got to get the ball in the end zone.
6.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. This is Nashville Christian's first possession. Handoff Carton right up the gut. Spins through one tackle inside the 5. Drives to about the 2. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, nice tackle by Kai Wyatt, the middle linebacker that time, who just stood up in the hole. Carton. Now this is going to be an interesting play call. You got a very mobile quarterback. You're certainly can run or throw, maybe a little run pass option here. We'll see exactly what the Nashville offense comes up with, but that was a nice run on 2nd down.
Ball is on the near hash mark. They run that formation again with running backs to each shoulder and one standing behind in a modified pistol. They'll hand it to Holt. He'll go up the middle, and he will score a touchdown for Nashville Christian. They just loaded up and took it straight over the center position, and Bryson Holt scores his 3rd touchdown, in fact, his 10th touchdown of the season.
Boy, that looked easy from that guy. Some great blocking up front. I think it was Woodard and Thompson up front, opened up a nice hole. But talk about what a great opening drive. First of all, you stop Jackson Christian with a 3-and-out. You get the ball back and march it right downfield for the touchdown.
Wyatt Martin on for the extra point. He's 50 for 52 in PATs this season, and make it 51 for 53. So our first score of the night in this semifinal, 5:42 left in the opening quarter. Nashville Christian 7, Jackson Christian nothing on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is...
Okay, so that was our first live listen in.
We both looked at each other like, who's going to say the first word? I was looking at you like, I mean.
Just got a little piece of news, by the way, that surprised me, the baseball fan. The Dodgers are going to let Cody Bellinger, who has had a couple of very disappointing years, he's going to walk. Billy, what was it? 2.5 years ago, 45 homers.
Yeah.
National League MVP.
Yeah, I mean he was one of the better hitters on that team. But yeah, kind of faltered a little bit. I think injuries played a part. But yeah, I mean Dodgers doing what they got to do.
Another story that has just hit the wire here in the last hour or so. Matthew Stafford apparently will start for the Rams. Who do they play? Is it in New Orleans?
I'm not sure, George. I think you're probably right there.
Anyway, he had been forced to sit out a week ago against Arizona, and good for him that apparently he's gotten through all the protocols.
Yeah, good for him and good for us. We get to go to another game. Beach and Cane Ridge. We're going to head over there. My TV 30 Sports.
Well, another run play for Cane Ridge, and they'll get close, but not enough, setting up 3rd and 1.
All right, maybe not. No, not getting any volume on that game right now. So,
okay,
unfortunately.
So
I don't think. Well, Cane Ridge inside the red zone, trying to score. I think this is their opening possession. They connected on a long pass, hit a big run. So it's 3rd and 1 with just under 9 minutes left to go inside the 20 to see what happens.
We do.
Abudallah. Hey, listen, he's going to the Super Bowl for a reason. He's a player and someone that Beach is going to have to contend with tonight.
Yeah, he's a really, really good player. They're working on getting the NBA Macaulay game up right now.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that one. I already know that NBA is the real deal, but like Russell Vanozzi had said earlier this week, it feels like NBA is just a team of destiny at this point. They've won every game so far, and Marcel Reed at quarterback, it's good as it gets. And so, anxious to see how NBA and Macaulay shakes out tonight. As Cane Ridge inside the 10, hands it off and gets a couple yards.
Oh, we do have audio now of Cane Ridge and Beach.
Good work by the Beach defensive front. There's Cane Ridge's head man, Eddie Woods, one of your favorites, Josh.
Yeah, he's an outstanding coach. This is his 8th season here at Cane Ridge, and tremendous success. They were the Class 6A state runner-up in 2017. Not a nicer guy that you'll ever meet, and one heck of a football coach. They have a great coaching staff here at Cane Ridge, and Coach Woods has built one heck of a program.
Eddie Woods led Cane Ridge to the 2017 state championship. They're a win away from getting to the state semis for the first time since then. And off to Goodlow, met in the backfield and then swarmed. Beach is all over him. Maddox Sorensen with the tackle, and he had a lot of help. 3rd down.
Yeah, Maddox Sorensen leads this football team up front in tackles for loss this year. This is the thing about the Beach defense right here. They're very disciplined, and they always have 11 hats running to the football.
It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 15-yard line. 3 receiver set. Siobhan Abdullah throws towards the end zone. Tipped and intercepted. Caden Tiemann with the pick for Beach, and he's got a run back. Finally pushed out of bounds by Johnson. Big defensive stand in the red zone. Caden Tiemann with the pick for the Bucks.
Yeah, that's Tiemann's team-leading 5th interception this season. This is the old tip drill right here, Max, where the ball's tipped up in the air. Tiemann grabs it from his safety position, like we've seen him do several times this year, making a big play when his defense needed it most. And the first big break goes to the Beach Bucks.
Pick in the end zone, and a 27-yard return gets the Beach defense started. We've got a penalty on the return. We will get the call from Dan Holt.
After the reception, illegal block in the back, number 0 of the returning team. Then we have a sideline warning against Cane Ridge, their first warning of the game. First out.
That'll cut off the return. And the Beach offense takes the field. They'll start this drive at their own 17-yard line.
Yeah, the illegal block will cost them some yardage. Of course, the first sideline warning, no yardage is marked off. That doesn't happen until the second time, if that's going to happen at all.
Justice Law, the junior quarterback, hands off to Darius Johnson, the star of the second half of the season citywide for Beach. He has come on in a huge way. Beach has been a run-heavy team this year. They've got a first-year starter at quarterback in junior Justice Law, undoubtedly a member of our all-name team when it comes out next week. He's done a great job running this offense.
Yeah, it's a fantastic name and done a great job at quarterback as well. They don't ask Justice Law to do too much back there. He is a great game manager, keeps everything in check, doesn't make mistakes, and runs his offense very efficiently.
Johnson again, met at the line. Great work by the Cane Ridge front. No gain, it'll be third down. Here's the starting offense for the Beach Buccaneers. A whole lot of two-way starters who also make plays on defense. J.P. Courtney and Johnson share duties at running back. Caden Tiemann, who had the pick, is their leading receiver. Reese Flowers, the H-back. Tyler Nix, the tight end. Buster Overstreet, L.J. Rogers, Jeffrey Powell, Mason Reeves, and Maddox Sorensen. The O-line for a Beach team that lost week 1 on the road, went all the way to Knoxville and lost to Farragut. Since then, they have not lost. 11 straight wins. They face a 3rd and 4. Whistle, and a timeout called by Beach. We'll take it with them. Caden Tiemann with an interception in the end zone to get the Bucs started. Fun time so far on a cold night here in Antioch. It's the state quarterfinals here on MyTV 30.
That was listen, big turnover for Beach in the end zone, the old tip drill to keep Cane Ridge, at least 3 points off the board, George. And, especially playoff time, if you can win the turnover battle, you stand a good chance at the end of the game to win it all.
Oh, I would think the percentages of who wins the turnover battle to who wins the game is probably pretty high. Probably more than 50%.
Bill, well, listen, I know we've done 2 games already. That's really going to be the theme of tonight is we just bounce you around all of Middle Tennessee. There's about 8 games in the Middle Tennessee area that we're trying to highlight. Billy, I know he was working to pull up maybe Macaulay NBA earlier. So wherever you want to go here, Billy, I think just all night, let's just keep these on rotation just to keep people informed as best we can.
Yeah, we're going to go to NBA in Macaulay, courtesy of the NBA live stream.
He was definitely inside the halo and definitely made contact.
Right.
They just missed it right there. That would have obviously given us a little better field position.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. A penalty's a penalty. Unless it's opposite play side. Those, I don't know if I feel good about those. 1st and 10, NBA, though, from the 8, leading here 7-0. Reed, back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Richards turns back for the football, makes the catch, and quickly NBA out to the 19 with a first down.
Yeah, that's just an out route. He just kind of, presses it, kind of stalks him up inside and then breaks to the outside and back to the football to eliminate the defensive back to be able to get space in there. And, I think it's Pallone, the cornerback over there, number 9. He wasn't in back coverage. That was just a good route and a good throw.
NBA with a 1st and 10 at the 19 now as Marcel Reed has been crisp in this first half. Handoff straight ahead. There's Johnny Moore. Moore gets up to the 25-yard line. First good carry we've seen from him is they bottled him up on that last drive.
Yeah, we want to see more of Moore all night long. And definitely, it's really important, I think, for us to get ahead of the chains. We've been able to have a little success here in the first quarter without, getting much on first down. But, man, 2nd and 4 is so much better than 2nd and 8+. I guess that's common sense, but
right.
We want 2nd and short.
Moore, the tailback. Marcel out of the gun. Marcel's going to keep straight ahead. He's got some room. I think they're going to get him maybe a half a yard before the sticks. We'll see where they spot it. At worst, this is going to be a 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about a long one, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like they moved it back a hair.
Yeah. Are they moving the chains? They are moving the chains.
Okay, I guess that's a first down. It must be the angle. It looks short to me.
I thought we were behind.
I did too.
We've got a little bit of an angle where we are, but hey, we'll take it. First down. We talk about them, not measuring much. Right now, it seems like if you're close, we'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think that had to be really close at best. 1st and 10 NBA up at the 29-yard line. Coming up on a minute to go here in the first quarter. Reed flushed out of the pocket, throws for Richards, and almost got it to him as he was scrambling out of the pocket, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I actually think they might have been looking for the guy coming in speed motion there, Derrick. They were looking for him, I think, on like a little wheel route, but he got pressure right in his face. I think Marcel was just throwing that ball away. He was still able to get it in the direction of Claiborne. And with Claiborne's hands, you never know what might happen. But, yeah. So now we're, again, behind the chains a little bit, second long, 2nd and 10. It makes it a little tougher to, call play right here.
Marcel under center, 2 receiver set. Hands off to Moore. Moore is going to be dropped at the 31-yard line as they pulled him down after a gain of about 2. An NBA with a big 3rd down coming up here.
And that was Gentle again, man. Gentle's having a day in this first quarter. He's made some, good play on offense and a couple of big plays on defense. So now 3rd and long as this clock ticks down. Looks like we'll have to call a play before the end of the quarter. We don't seem to be overly in urgent mode, but a couple of substitutions. Got our wide receivers in there. Let's see what we come up with here on 3rd and 8.
Marcel out of the shotgun, 4 receiver set. Drops to throw.
He's got Derrick.
Throws off his back foot as he got pressured. Had Derrick open, and Derrick may have been able to turn that upfield for the first down, but NBA is going to have to kick it away.
Yes. And I said Derrick, but Spellman looked like he was open in the middle of the field. But the pressure they were able to get on us, it definitely prevented Marcel from really getting a good read and be able to throw the football, threw it off his back foot, incomplete. So this will be Derryberry's first kick of the night.
Walker Derryberry back to punt, stands at his 16-yard line. Andre Delnois back to receive for McCauley back at his own 30-yard line. Derryberry is going to kick a wobbler. It's going to bounce about the 28-yard line. Delnois is going to pick it up, advance it past the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. And from that spot, it'll be 1st down and 10 for McCauley. So McCauley, Mike, in that first drive, able to move the football, but finally stalled out as NBA was able to hold him out. But one thing I noticed on that first drive is that big offensive line is definitely going to open some holes tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They are big up front. And again, like I said, they're foot to foot in there, and they just mash you and really trying to take away, running lanes for the defense. So we're going to have an answer for that quarterback, those running backs coming downhill.
That's the end of the first quarter. NBA 7, McCauley nothing back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football on Hippie Radio 94.5 WHPY FM, Bellevue, Nashville.
This is Hart Weatherford at Farmington Mortgage. Interest rates are the lowest they've been in a long time, which makes now the best time to get the ball rolling on refinancing your home mortgage. Perhaps consolidating your home equity line or credit card debt, or maybe you're buying a new house. We get so many referrals from area realtors. Contact me, Hart Weatherford at Farmington Mortgage, and let me run some numbers for you. 615.
All right, we are going to switch right back over to 560 WNSR on that one tonight. And Zach, that is Friendship Christian and who?
No. That's Jackson Christian.
Jackson Christian.
And Nashville Christian. Before we go there, though, do want to give people a scoreboard update. Beach takes a 7-0 lead on Cane Ridge. Justice Law hits J.P. Courtney down the sideline for a big pass play and the score. So, you and I were both saying how we feel like Beach may run away with that one, but just wanted to give the quick scoreboard update. But yeah, let's go over to let's go back to Nashville as they try to get into the D2 Single A semifinals.
And first off, thanks for joining me tonight. And can you tell me, how is the Tennessee Army National Guard different from the other military branches?
So we differ because we have a state mission and a federal mission as well. So we're allowed to serve overseas. We're also able to serve right here in our community as well.
And what jobs can somebody have in the Tennessee Army National Guard?
It's pretty much up to you. It's endless. We have over 150 different jobs, from the medical field, police department, things of that nature. You also can do infantry. It's a plethora of different jobs we can do.
That's awesome. And everyone always talks about the benefits of being in the military, but what benefits are specific to the Tennessee Army National Guard?
We definitely hands down have the best benefits. We had a Tennessee Strong Act, which allows you to attain your bachelor's degree and your master's degree. And we also have TRICARE, have the best healthcare insurance. You have trade schools, different things of that nature to get you set up for your career.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant Buggs, for joining me. And thank you so much to the Tennessee Army National Guard for being a sponsor of Friday Night Rivals. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Staff Sergeant Buggs. 7-0 Beach. Here's our Ball State Community College scoring summary. 7 plays, 72 yards after the pick, and a 41-yard touchdown pass from Justice Law to that man, J.P. Courtney.
Yeah, and that's what you have to be careful with, Max, with this Beach offense. They run the football. They can lull you to sleep back there in the secondary until they get the matchup that they want. They take the man coverage on the outside and make the most of it right there, and are up in this game 7-0 with 3:24 left in the first quarter.
Beach accepted the defensive holding penalty against Cane Ridge on the touchdown. Moves the kickoff up to midfield, at least for now. But first, we must get a football. Now we've got one, and Nick Kroll can tee things up. Chilly night, 30 degrees here at Cane Ridge. Our first visit to a Metro Nashville school this year. Always happy to be here in Nashville for the Nashville Game of the Week. Max Hers, Josh Corey, and Sammy Kincaid. 7-0 Beach as they kick it back to Cane Ridge and kick it deep this time after they went short on the opening kickoff, and it's a touchback. Cane Ridge comes back out for their second drive, Josh. Moved the ball very well on their first series. Threw an interception on 3rd and goal in the end zone.
Yeah, they did a lot of nice things in that opening drive. They had a nice rhythm and balance. Saw about 5 different formations out of this offense, and really, different formations without having to change personnel is always a tough thing to defend against. And Coach Wood's offense had a nice first series if it weren't for that tipped interception on 3rd down.
This time the Ravens start at their own 20. Byron Davis in motion, handoff to Reggie Goodlow, who stopped. Darius Johnson all over him.
Yeah, Darius Johnson, that's our key player to watch from tonight's open. Not only a great running back, he's one heck of an outside linebacker too. Always playing the edge right there, and does a great job of having a nice fundamental tackle there on 1st down. There you see the senior 5'10", 190, so valuable to this football team.
It's a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 for Cane Ridge. Screen pass to Byron Davis, who's got some blockers. Gets the lost yardage back and a little more. Looks like a gain of 8 to set up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, this is something this Cane Ridge offense really likes to do a lot of. They have a very good quick screen game. They picked up a nice block on the perimeter by Jadell Sane out there as well, able to give Byron Davis some room to run right there, picking up some penalty yardage plus some, like you said, to bring up this 3rd and 5.
Abdullah completes to Davis near the marker, and he's got a 1st down. Another 3rd down pickup for Cane Ridge, and a BMC Metalworks 1st down for the Ravens.
Yeah, that's your senior receiver right there, knowing how much yardage he needs. Gets exactly past the sticks. Everything else, once you catch the football, it's just extra on top right there. And great job by the offensive line pass protection, giving quarterback Siobhan Abdullah time to throw the football.
We'll see the season numbers for Byron Davis in his senior year. 2 catches for 19 yards on those last 2 to get his night started. Abdullah Looking deep, throws it up for Phillips. Almost intercepted. Caden Tiemann nearly at his second pick.
Yeah, that was almost number 6 on the season right there for Caden Tiemann. That ball was not in a good spot. He needed to throw that to the receiver on the outside. This one sails right in the middle of the field. Tiemann, that would have probably been his easiest interception of the season right there. Just kind of lost it in the lights, and very fortunate for Cane Ridge that the Bucks didn't pick that one off.
Tiemann is the punt returner, so he's used to catching footballs that move a lot like that. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Goodlow. Great blocking. He's got a good pickup. Give him 7 or 8. Great work by the Cane Ridge line.
Yeah, that left side, left tackle Justin Lowry, left guard Dakari Stovall. What a great job. They just open it up right there. Got a nice block by the center to turn his guy back to the inside. That's Malik King. And those big offensive linemen doing it early and doing it well so far for Cane Ridge.
Gain of 8, 3rd and 2. Goodlow again. More good blocking, and he dives for the first down. Cane Ridge moves the chains once again. Another 3rd down conversion.
Good hard run by Goodlow right there to pick up that first down. Needed 2, got about 4. And this is what we saw from Cane Ridge's offense in the first series. Got into a good rhythm and really, got into that zone of where they'd like to be and moving the football early on.
They're 3 for 4 on 3rd down. The only unsuccessful 3rd down was the pick. Screen pass to Byron Davis once again. Stopped up after a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of the first quarter. Beach with a big turnover forced on defense and a big play touchdown on offense. Cane Ridge trying to answer. Your score after 1 in the state quarterfinals. Beach 7, Cane Ridge 0. You're watching the Tennessee Army National Guard's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bart Durham Injury Law.
A new kind of superfood? Hardee's new Super Bacon Biscuit has twice the bacon and is available till noon on the weekends.
The universe provides.
Bite into the new Super Bacon Biscuit, only at Hardee's.
This is Tina. Tina's not what you call a sound sleeper. So Tina's husband, Tim, wants a new mattress. Haverty's wide selection of top brand mattresses and knowledgeable associates mean they can find a mattress that's right for them. We're there to help, but only if Tina and Tim want our help. And now save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus 0% interest, and a free gift up to $300. So Tina and Tim walk away even happier. And when Tina and Tim are happy, we're happy.
We're the packing and shipping store, the two-sided color printing store. We're everything your small business needs to make it everything it should be. The one-stop, secret weapon to make a lot of noise and be unstoppable store, the UPS store.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
How did you...
Magic.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive vehicles than Toyota, like the best-selling RAV4. Now save thousands in fuel costs on this electrified RAV4 hybrid and get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Big news! We're all morning people now. Nope, you're not less lazy. Hardee's now serves super sausage biscuits anytime before noon on weekends.
What?
Again? Bite into the new, meaty Super Sausage Biscuit, only at Hardee's.
Welcome back to Antioch. Beach leads Cane Ridge 7-0 after 1. Stay tuned for the UPS Store halftime report. We'll have participating school principal interviews, first half highlights, and more. The UPS Store is your printing, packing, and shipping solution. It's Christmas themed for the Beach student section. They've crossed their moat, exited Shackle Island, made their way down to Nashville. We're at Cane Ridge High School, and it is Cane Ridge football. Second down and 7 out of the quarter break. Abdullah under pressure, finds his man. Another one to Byron Davis, who gets flipped short of the marker by Tiemann. Good tackle to stop a conversion. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's just a play action right here. Hold those linebackers for just a second as they get the ball out to Davis. And nice play design right there. We'll bring up 3rd and short for Cane Ridge.
They'll go heavy on 3rd and 1 with a second tight end coming in, Nicholas Kellum III, who starts on defensive line. Starts at inside linebacker. Still go out of shotgun. Reggie Goodlow gets the football. Goodlow has the first down. Went all the way to the right side, and a flag comes in as Darius Johnson tackles him. For now, a first down. We will check the penalty.
Yeah, nothing doing on the inside right there, so Goodlow bounces it to the outside. Gets enough for the first down, but we're going to wait and hear from our head official to see what this call is.
Here's Dan Hull.
Personal foul. Face mask, number 26 of the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So Johnson took him down in an illegal manner. First down and 15 more for Cane Ridge. Take the football all the way inside the 30.
That's a big play right there for Cane Ridge. Not only do they pick up the first down on Goodlow's legs right there, they get the big 15-yard face mask penalty to be in real good shape to set up this next series here.
Shavon Abdullah has protection. Coverage is good. Rolls right. Abdullah throws it away. And a flag late. Looks like another personal foul against Beach. It was Noah Watson who chased Shavon Abdullah towards the sideline. Cane Ridge only had 3 men running patterns. They were all covered.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 37 of the defense, at the distance to the goal. First down.
Got the ability right there. We'll see the late hit as he's brought him all the way to the ground, out of bounds right there. But not the in and out ability to stop on a dime by Abdullah to escape that rush right there. And Cane Ridge is in business. They picked up 2 15-yard penalties here back to back.
First and 10 at the 13 in the UPS Store red zone, and a handoff to Davis. Solid first down pickup. Looks like he got 6 or 7 for Cane Ridge.
And Davis on the jet sweep, so dangerous, hitting the perimeter, has the ability to stick that foot in the ground and hit it north and south as well. But the offensive line doing a great job up there. Justin Lowry at tackle. The other tackle, Jacob Douglas, doing a great job. Been so impressed with those big guys up front. They're holding their own against a very talented and tenacious Beach front.
Jalen Mosby in motion. Handoff to Reggie Goodlow. That's maybe a yard. Bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a nice job of gap control right there by the Beach front. And a good job of run fits by the linebackers right there. This is play textbook. They own the line of scrimmage right there. You see everybody in position. The guy next to you takes the inside gap. You've got to sit down on the line of scrimmage, and they were ready for it right there. That was Mason Reeves on the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. Abdullah towards the end zone. Touchdown, Cane Ridge. Jadell Singh with the catch. He paid the price. It's a Tennessee home buyer's touchdown for the Ravens.
3rd down.
Well,
call it 2.
He's under center, so we're probably going to see either quarterback sneak or handoff. Handoff on the trap.
Price is going to be decked. He will not get the first down. Trainer, Fisher.
Yeah.
Hall.
We may call a timeout here.
In on the stop.
They're going to punt. I thought we may call a timeout, but I guess not, because we'd rather them punt the football than call a timeout.
What a stop by the defense.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, John, for keeping me focused.
So
I'm thinking about what's next, but that was a great stop. That was trap. They pulled the big they pulled big EJ across there, but Gabe beat him to the ball, and man was able to get the shot on the running back there. And 4th and 2, and looked like they're going to stop play.
Yeah, McCauley's actually called a timeout. We'll keep it here, but let's go back to that stop. That's grown man football.
Yes, sir.
Right in there. That big red defensive line, I think, in some ways that last drive, the McCauley offensive line got the upper hand on them. Not so theirs. They got low and nasty and made the stop.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it all year. We haven't seen very many quarterbacks under center. McCauley and NBA are probably the two teams that are a little more under center. Under center there kind of took away the option of the quarterback coming downhill. Pretty much we knew he was going to hand that thing off, and they tried to trap. They pulled the big guard. The big 400-pounder kind of came out there and looked like Gabe just wrong-armed him and came inside and was able to make the play. Looked like they're going for it, baby.
McCauley is going to go for it on 4th and 2.
They're going to go quarterback sneak and push him rugby style.
Can NBA make a stop? And now Coach Uberard, I like it, calls the timeout with exactly 2 minutes to go. Let's take it as well. We'll be back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football on Hippie Radio 94.5 WHPY FM, Bellevue, Nashville.
Martin & Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. Independently owned in Nashville for over 40 years, Martin & Zerfoss has worked with companies and individuals to build comprehensive coverage packages: home, auto, life, health, disability, long-term care, all types of commercial insurance, you name it. Whatever type of insurance you need, call Martin & Zerfoss online at martinzerfoss.com.
The official home of Montgomery Bell Academy football. Hippie Radio 94.5.
Fourth and 2. McCauley called a timeout. Then NBA called a timeout. And this time we're going to have a play. Mike?
I'm thinking rugby, quarterback sneak, and then they have that big up back cushion, but let's see. They handed it off.
Hand off to Price.
Oh!
There he goes, and he's going to go all the way.
Caden Mattis has got wheels, but I don't know if he can get him or not.
He's going to go all the way for a 61-yard touchdown run as NBA had things packed in. And once he got past that first line, there was nobody home. Boy, that's a momentum change right there.
Yes, sir. At least they left us some time on the clock. But, you see that happen often. You're in that short yardage defense. And if you get past the first level, there's just nobody there. Great call by McCauley. I thought they were going to try to just, get the first down. But they handed that thing off. And you saw the wheels on the McCauley running back was able to take it in for a 61-yard touchdown.
And so the Blue Tornado make NBA pay for that interception. Mike, you talked about how big turnovers are in a game like this.
Yeah.
And McCauley makes them pay.
Yeah, and kind of broke our serve, too, like you're saying. If the game is going back and forth, we commit the big mistake first. Now we kind of dig ourselves a hole. So let's see if we can get some pressure on this kick. It'd be great if somehow we can keep this as just a 6-point game. High snap, but he got it.
And the extra point is good. McCauley 14, NBA 7. Back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football on Hippie Radio 94.
The first 2 rounds of the playoffs, and J.P. Courtney breaks one. J.P. Courtney has them both for Beach tonight. Touchdown. He crossed the plane before it came out.
He crossed the plane, and if he doesn't cross the plane and that ball is fumbled to the back of the end zone, that's a touchback coming the other way right there. Hey, this run block right here is executed perfectly. They get the kick out block. They get the wrap on the inside linebacker. What a hustle right there by number 9. And I think he was across that line. I think that was a touchdown. That's the right call. Good job by the officiating crew. being right on top of that. Malik Booz right there in the hustle for Cane Ridge, never quitting on the play.
68-yard touchdown run for J.P. Courtney. He's got them both for Beach. He got just far enough as Malik Booz knocked the football away. 14-0 Bucks.
I was driving home from practice, and I remember seeing this car coming right towards me, and a huge, loud, I knew with my injuries that I wasn't going to be able to play. Having my career cut short by a drunk driver was the worst part of my life. I knew if there was, one firm to get me justice and to get me compensated for that, it was going to be Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan has definitely really helped me in the toughest, darkest
points on the board before we go into the half.
Marcel, 4-receiver set, steps up. He's going to run. He's got the 30. He's got the 35-yard line. Dances again. Is going to push forward across the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down run of 14 yards from Marcel Reed. Looked like they had him for about a 7-yard gain, but he doubled his yardage right there.
Yeah, good move. Just design quarterback run. I mean, it's obviously if Marcel doesn't have to break stride, it's dangerous. When they do make him break stride, it doesn't seem like he get the big gains, but he was able to get enough there.
Quick pass, Derrick to the 45, and he's going to be taken down maybe at the 48-yard line. Clock still rolling, coming up on 109 to go. NBA is going to have to work quickly here. They've got 2 timeouts, but still not quite to midfield.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, you just signaled in a running play. I mean, a play, not a running play. We haven't signaled much. Looks like we got a little 2-minute in here where he's signaling some plays in.
Throw downfield.
Yes.
Nice play by Richards, and Richards goes out, sort of keeps it, drags the toes, and catches it out of bounds, but his feet were inbounds. So that's going to be a first down into McCauley territory down about the 35.
Yeah, Marty Uberard's known to, make the quarterback come to the sideline for the play, but I just saw him for the first time in a long time signal a play into the quarterback there in this 2-minute. That was big. That was great. Great throw and catch by Marcel Reed to Claiborne Richards right there.
Yeah, put it where nobody's going to catch that except Claiborne. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of McCauley. Marcel drops to throw again. Going deep, right side man, wide open. Touchdown! Ty Bird, the Birdman. A Marcel bomb from 35 yards out. Right back at you.
That is the way to answer right there. Yes, sir. We had 3 wide receivers over there. It was basically in a cover 4 look, so you have 3 on 2. And the free safety had to choose the inside, the corner had to choose the outside, and our number 2 guy shot right down the seam for the big touchdown pass. My goodness, Marcel Reed to Ty Bird. Give him 6.
The bird is the word, baby.
Come on.
Extra point by Liam Hackett is good. 36 seconds to go. Tied at 14. Back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football.
Gotten to the red zone, Josh, but have not scored there. Threw an interception on their first drive, missed a field goal the second time.
Yeah, and they've done a nice job of driving the ball down the field. Now they have to cap it off and finish these sustained drives that they put together and come away with some points. This is a drive that is probably the most critical drive of the game for them right here. They've got to go score some points.
Reggie Goodlow starts with a carry and a good first down gain of 5 yards.
It's good positive yardage right there by Goodlow on first down. If you can get 5 yards on first down, stay ahead of the chains, give your offensive coordinator a opportunity to call a lot of different things. Very manageable situations for his offense.
Second and 5 for Cane Ridge. Siobhan Abdullah fires deep over the middle for Byron Davis, and it's caught. Flag on the play, but for now a big gainer from Siobhan Abdullah to Byron Davis.
Yeah, this one all starts with protection up front. Beach only rushing 3 right there, but the offensive line getting it protected, getting Abdullah time to throw the football, and Abdullah makes the right read. He gets the only receiver out there with 8 in coverage where he's got one-on-one in the matchup.
Interference on the defense. That penalty is declined. The result is the first down.
And what an adjustment right there by Byron Davis to come back to the football that was underthrown by Abdullah. That's a big play for this offense.
It's a 41-yard gain down into the red zone. Third visit in 3 tries for Cane Ridge, still looking for their first points. Nice throw by Abdullah. Great adjustment by Davis. And off to Reggie Goodlow. Falls forward. Looks like he's got 4. Beach has scored on both of their drives so far. Cane Ridge looking for their first points on possession number 3, led by that man, Siobhan Abdullah, senior starting quarterback for head coach Eddie Woods.
Yeah, Coach Woods going with the heavy set right here with both of his tight ends, Jalen Johnson and Nicholas Kellum III, enter the game to give a little bit more size up front here for the second down play for Cane Ridge.
Play clock's at 10. We do have the luxury of play clocks visible on the field. As Cane Ridge gets ready to snap it with 5. 3 to snap it. And in motion. Abdullah under pressure. Going to try and run for it. Doesn't get far. Lost the football. Fell back on it. All right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, got to secure that football all the way down to the ground. Get up off the ground. Hand the football to the official. How about Abdullah able to escape right there? And this is the kind of bounce that hadn't gone Cane Ridge's way. And finally they get one to go their way right there, retain possession of the football in the 3rd and 7 situation here for the Ravens offense.
Andre Lunsford forced the fumble. All that for no gain. 3rd down and 7 for Cane Ridge. Abdullah slings it incomplete. Looking for Sane right at the pylon. 4th and 7. Decision time for Cane Ridge.
Yeah, Abdullah trying to roll right and extend the play. None of his receivers able to break free. Beach's secondary had everything covered up downfield. Tremendous job by them. Now it's decision time for Coach Eddie Woods.
Looks like they'll go for it on 4th and 7 at the 11-yard line. Coach Woods, who is also the offensive coordinator for Cane Ridge, signals the play in. Play clock at 10 as they get to the line. First time all game we've seen Cane Ridge go 4 wide. 3 seconds on the play clock. Here goes 4th and 7. Abdullah passes to Goodlow for the touchdown. Cane Ridge goes for it on 4th and 7, and it pays off. The Ravens are on the board with a Tennessee home buyers touchdown.
Well, that worked out perfectly for Cane Ridge right there. They go 3-by-1 into the boundary, the short side of the field. Everybody runs their guy off. Goodlow just kind of escapes out of the backfield. He's the check down. Nobody covers him. No linebacker to be found. And Cane Ridge scores for the first time tonight.
Abdullah kicks the extra point and makes it. Cane Ridge on the board. They're alive here in Antioch, making some noise in the state quarters. Siobhan Abdullah to Reggie Goodlow to convert a 4th and 7 and make it 14-7.
Okay, so there is a little bit of what's going on in one of the games of the week. Are you surprised at what you've seen?
Yeah, yes and no. I picked Beach to win this game. I said that they would win in a classic. This would be a 4th quarter game. It is a little surprised. I guess Beach jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but as Cane Ridge just scored, it's a brand new ball game, and so I think it goes back to what I originally thought it'd be, which is competitive in the 4th and final quarter.
In a minute, can you get a scoreboard update ready?
I can, yes.
Okay, that'll be exciting. Billy, what do you got over there?
Well, Georgia, We will get a scoreboard update soon from Zach, but NBA and McCallie are tied at 14 right now at the half there in that one. And I think you did say earlier, Zach, that Brentwood Academy and Baylor are in a tight one as well. So there some games already that look like they may go to the wire. So looking forward to that next scoreboard update.
Okay, let's start in Region 2, Division 1. Alcoa flexing their muscles all over Gatlinburg Pittman. They lead the 11-1 Highlanders 56-7. You like how I pulled that Highlanders out of my – dude, that just came to me, George. I don't know where that came from.
Where'd you pull it out of?
I don't know. You know how earlier you were saying sometimes like in this seat, the knowledge that you have just escapes you sometimes. You could know everything about everything, there is to know about Derrick Henry, but for whatever reason, when you get in this seat, sometimes things escape you.
Oh, it absolutely does. But go back.
That one did
56-7. I mean, again, you get to the third round and then you get clobbered like that. I mean, that really takes some of the shine off what has been a pretty good season.
Gatlinburg Pittman is 11-1. They lost to Alcoa the second game of the year, 52-17. And that was their only loss, and looks like they're doing worse tonight than they did the first meeting. But moving on down the list in Region 2, Anderson County and Greenville still 21-7 in the third quarter, favor of the Mavericks, who are both Greenville and the Mavericks 12-0 on the season. Here's a final for you. Coalfield absolutely destroys Oliver Springs in the Class 1A quarterfinal, 56-0.
That thing was played in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Running clock.
Maryville all over Science Hill in the fourth quarter. That was a 7-7 game. It's now 35-14 in favor of the Rebels. Knox West handling Daniel Boone. Battle of Unbeatens, 49-0. York Institute leading Monterey by just a little bit, 20-14 in the second quarter. All right, Billy is looking at his phone, so I'm going to run down to Region 3 for you, Billy. Red Bank leading East Hamilton 21-6. Powell all over Oak Ridge 29-13. It's Clay County 21, Gordonsville 6. Tyner Academy 13, East Robertson nothing. Giles County 14, Sweetwater 13. Oakland, this one's a little bit of a surprise. They only lead Blackman 14-9 in the second quarter.
Wow.
Surprised because we expect Oakland to just flex on everybody, but probably shouldn't be surprised, George. I mean, these are neighbor teams, so
they know each other well.
And if there's anyone that's tired of watching Oakland raise gold footballs,
it's Blackman.
It's Blackman.
Yep. Moving on to Division 1, Region 5, another Metro school up on Smith County tonight. East Nashville continues to roll in the second quarter, 25-13 right now. They lead over Smith County. In Division 1, Region 6, Beach, of course, leads Cane Ridge right now 14-7. That is coming down to the wire late in that second quarter here. We've also got McKenzie up on Fayetteville 14-12, and Nolensville up on Page 7-0 in the second quarter. We will check into that one after the break. We got to check into that one. So Division 1, Region 7, guys, Covington leads Dyersburg right now 14-3 at the half. Haywood is up on Milan 35-7 in the second quarter. Henry County and Springfield. Blaine is getting a great game right now, 21-19 in the second quarter. No score between Union City and Huntington right now, 0-0.
Moving down Division 1, Region 8, Bartlett and Germantown. The winner of that game will get the winner of Cane Ridge Beach in the semifinals. They are tied at 7. Still in the first quarter, Peabody leading Mace. I believe it's Memphis Academy of the Science and Electronics, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
But they trail.
Big name.
They trail Peabody 14-8. McCallie and NBA, as we have noted, tied at 14. CPA leads Chattanooga Christian 28-13. Friendship Christian over USJ 10-7. Lipscomb Academy on the road over Knox Webb 27-7. And then closing out Division 2 Middle Region Single A, Nashville Christian leads Jackson Christian 21-13. And then Division 2 3A Brentwood Academy up on Baylor 22-17. And that is your scoreboard update just after the 8 o'clock hour.
Okay, go back on the Germantown. So that game next week would be in Memphis or up here?
It's in Memphis.
Be in Memphis.
Yeah, it'll be in Memphis. It's the semifinals year that region's year to host. I know you guys don't remember this, but Hendersonville in Class 6A made it to the semifinals last year. They got to be at home the entire way to the playoffs. So that's really the biggest reason I knew that they were traveling this year, because it was just their turn to travel.
Billy, what now?
Well, George, we could head over to 104.5 The Zone, but we do need to take a break
Real quick,
before we do that.
Apparently, Lewis County, according to Coach T, leads Decatur County Riverside 123-14.
I don't think that's true.
I'm just saying. I'm just reporting what I'm saying.
We need to fact check that.
I just wanted to get that in there in case it is correct. Yeah. Just on the off chance that it is correct.
That's the info of the night.
It's getting late.
It's getting late. But yeah, let's go to that break, Billy.
Let's do it. Top of the hour. It's 8:03, and this is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand. So, no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
You think it was worth it?
No more questions.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the Happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
We are back. You may or may not have heard Beach scored right before the end of the half. This is a real gut punch for Cane Ridge. It's now Beach 21-7. And, when Cane Ridge goes in at halftime, Zach, it is a gut punch.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, Cane Ridge, for all the momentum that they built to trim that deficit to 7 after the last touchdown, for Beach to essentially steal the quarter and the half with that touchdown with only 8 seconds left to go before recess. You're right. It's a gut punch. And if Eddie Woods' team has any chance in the second half, they've got to regroup quickly because, if Beach can in the second half, they're going to run the football, and that's what they do, and just milk time off the clock. So game script is definitely in favor of the Bucs right now.
Did you just say recess?
Yeah. Right. You like that? Recess? Halftime?
Recess is what you do when you're in 4th grade.
Yeah, but it's still the same definition.
Class time for recess.
Recess, but the definition hasn't changed. It means to take a break from current activities, and that's what they do. They take a quick recess, a quick reset.
We're at halftime. You're in Buffalo.
We need some recess.
You'd be amazed at what I call the clubhouse on a golf course.
Well, I can't wait to hear this.
Call it the halfway house.
Oh, come on.
It's perfect. It's a perfect name for it. It literally is
recess,
the halfway point of the golf course, and it's a house a lot of times.
Yeah. Billy, tell me we have a game to go to.
We do have a game to go to.
What would that be?
That would be Nolensville and Page on 104.5 The Zone. Will Bowling on the call there, and that was a close game last time I checked, Zach. As I try to pull that up right now, loading is taking a little bit. You want to prime us up?
It may be halftime there. Nolensville leads 14-7. It was halftime like 7 minutes ago. So it may still be
in recess.
It may still be in recess. Yeah, they may be taking a break at the moment. It may be a lot of halftime across the mid-state. I see Beach, Cane Ridge is going into the half. I think Baylor might be at the half. I know that we're supposed to have a couple call-ins from either Russell Venozzi and Tyler Palmatier in this frame. Outside of that, though, I don't know too many games that aren't in the break at the moment.
I know NBA and McCallie should be getting ready to start their second half. This whole computer's taking a little bit to load everything up, so not able to go anywhere right now.
That's okay. But I mean, it's been a fun night. Why don't we do this, Billy? You want to take a break? We
just took a break.
We did. We just came back from a break. I was trying to buy you some time over there, Billy.
No, I mean we can stall. We've stalled before.
It's filibustering, I believe is what
Filibuster.
is what they call it.
Sounds a lot better than recess.
Yeah. No, what are you talking about, George? Recess works perfectly.
Recess is not right.
What do you mean it's not right?
It's just that's halftime.
It means to take a break.
Not recess.
It means to take a break.
Okay, whatever.
Isn't it a term in the court hearings? And
ooh, are you about to get lawyered, George?
No, I mean what he's really doing is siding with me.
Oh, okay. I felt like he was siding with me on that one.
If you want to think that's fine.
I think we do have 104.5 ready, so we'll see if
and
this,
not a moment too soon.
Not a moment too soon. All right. And not a minute to spare.
There you go.
So 104.5, we are having trouble loading things up.
I wonder if we could take our talents out to Greenville, Anderson County. You think we could do that? Because I know that we can get a link to that. I'm actually trying to pull that up right now. Wow, Anderson County up 31-7 on Greenville. That is a major surprise. But Billy, if you head over, I'm going to send you something. Maybe you can pull up the stream of
Rivalry Thursday. I've got it right now, rivalrythursday.com, so I'm going to pull that up.
In the meantime, couple of college football games tonight. Are you aware of this, Zach?
I am not. I was wondering while we were watching college basketball.
Because there has not been any college football yet.
Yes.
It's all about to start. In a matter of moments, you'll be thrilled to know that South Florida will play at Tulsa. In fact, that game just underway and scoreless. And later this evening, about 45 minutes from now, San Diego State at New Mexico, where sections are still available.
Well, sections are not available in this Greenville-Anderson County game. Looks like a great crowd, and we're going to try to head out there now.
Let's do it.
Right. A flag comes in for a hold, so this one's coming back. Pretty easy call there.
Offense number 62, Keenar penalty from spot foul. Replay, first down.
Anderson County's got after him. Spot foul takes it more than 10 yards back. It'll be first and 23.
That's 11 penalties on Greenville for over 100 yards. 106. First down and forever. Quillen looks to throw. Catch is made out at the 45-yard line. A tight window. And a little bit of talking as Ajante Dabbs makes the catch. That's his first catch tonight.
And that puts him in a tough spot. You know, he was kind of getting held up, and when you got one of those tender ankles, they're kind of diving at your ankles late. Not exactly a position you really want to be in as he comes off the field.
Dabbs going to be playing in the rivalry showcase. Be 3 weeks. I would expect he would, be healed up by then. Second down and about 14. Quillen gets some pressure, running for his life, and Flat runs out of time and space. Greenville coach is screaming for a face mask or horse collar or something. It could have been a horse collar.
No, he didn't get his hand up in there though.
It was a little bit of jawing. Five for 8 on third down, although this one is a third down and 18. Well, Anderson County has literally been dominant tonight.
Yes.
stoppage
The
comes
delay
in
of game on Greenville. Break them up 5 more yards.
12th penalty of the night. 12 penalties for 111. Third down and 23. Quillen gets pressure, sets up a screen. There's nothing set up there at all. Mavericks were all over that one.
That'll make it 4th down and
They have to punt. I mean, they have no choice. It's 4th down and 21 yards.
4th and Hoskins Drugstore in Clinton.
It was nice. Impressive. Sure, the Anderson County faithful appreciate you mentioning downtown Clinton.
Everybody goes to Hoskins.
4th down and 21. And the punt will die down at the 33. Valley E2 Sports congratulates Gavin Note. Great photo, great GPA, 4.1 GPA. Doing it on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by E2 Sports, the official apparel provider of Rivalry Thursday, Playoff Friday, and the Rivalry Showcase. There's my e2sports.com. Well, my sincere thanks to them. They're providing all of the jerseys to all of the players in the Rivalry Showcase. My e2sports.com. Under a minute to go, third quarter. And now you'd be surprised if you get anything other.
Okay, I know we're about to check in with Russell Van Ozee. What games he got, Zach?
He's at Beach Cane Ridge.
Okay, and of course, Beach just scored right before the half to go up 21-7. Russell, that had to be, I called it a gut punch with 8 seconds left in the half. Man, that is tough.
Yeah, that was huge for Beach because after Cane Ridge came down, he got that touchdown from Siobhan Abdullah to Reggie Goodlow right before the half with 5 minutes left. You're thinking Cane Ridge is in a pretty good spot. And then their defense was holding Beach there. And then, of course, Beach drew the 2 pass interference penalties that kept that drive going and ultimately ended in a touchdown to go up by 14 at the half. So, yeah, that sequence there in the last couple of minutes was huge for the Buccaneers.
Russell, it's been a really good football game. I know 21-7 may look like it's lopsided, but it really feels like either team. I mean, you take away that interception on Cane Ridge's first drive, and who knows how this game is going. Did you feel the momentum flip in that moment once Beach got that interception from Caden Tiemann on the Ravens' first drive?
Definitely, yeah. That was a great way for Beach to set the tone there near the goal line because, before that, Cane Ridge was moving the ball pretty well down the field. So to get that stop in the end zone, Tiemann had that interception basically in the end zone. And then also to get the stop later on in the second quarter to force the field goal attempt, which Cane Ridge missed, that's 10 points right there that they potentially shaved off, from Cane Ridge. So that was big. And then it's really been the JP Courtney show too. I've been really impressed with him. This is the first time I've seen him live, but he's kind of doing everything. He drew a pass interference. He was one of those 2 pass interference penalties on that last drive. He drew. And then, of course, he also had the long 69-yard touchdown run and also the 41-yard touchdown catch. So, big night for him.
Yeah, part of me wonders if Cane Ridge is just so sold out on stopping number 26, Darius Johnson, that they maybe didn't prepare the way that they should have for number 7. But Russell, where I want to go with this is it really feels like in the trenches, Beach is doing a lot, both offensively and defensively. What are you seeing from those units tonight?
Yeah, I don't have the rushing totals in front of me, but you're right, Zach. It doesn't seem like Beach actually has a ton of rushing yards right now, especially after Darius Johnson ran for 230 some odd yards last week. It's clear that was a priority for Cane Ridge to try to stop that. I do know that, Cane Ridge is a pretty big physical team, so they're matching up with Beach pretty well, but it seems like on offense, Cane Ridge has not had quite as much success in the passing game as Beach has had. Siobhan Abdullah has had to scramble around quite a bit, the Cane Ridge quarterback, and it doesn't seem like he's getting a whole lot of either he's not able to get it to his receivers or receivers aren't getting enough separation. So I really give credit to, the Beach secondary as well for kind of keeping that in check for the most part, outside of maybe one or two big plays.
Russell, Cane Ridge is the home team tonight. They're playing on a grass surface, not artificial. But next year, they'll be playing on turf. They will have turf there next year at Cane Ridge, as will all the Metro Nashville schools, as it was just announced earlier this week. Do you think that will have an impact? Say next year this is a playoff game with turf. I mean, do you see that making an impact on maybe how some of these games are played, how coaches coach, or especially with cold weather like this on a night like tonight? Do you think turf would benefit, or do you not see it making that much of a difference?
Well, first off, I think it could be a few years for some of these teams to get turf, so I don't know that they're going to have it here next year at Cane Ridge. I'm sure they would like to roll out at least a few next year, but I know it's going to be at least a 5-year project, and they're also still in the process of raising that extra $5 million from the private investors. So I'm not sure that there's going to be turf right away, but whenever it does come, I think ultimately it'll be a positive, just because for some of these schools, their field takes such a beating over the season because you've got middle school teams playing there, you've got soccer teams playing there, you might even have a youth team playing there. And Cane Ridge has a little more space, and I believe they do have a practice field here on campus. But like for East Nashville, of course, the team that was featured in that Today Show segment, they've got the one stadium field, and that's it. Like they don't even have a practice field. So they're basically practicing on their stadium field. And we saw it last year by this time in the semifinals. We didn't get quite as good of weather as we've had lately. It was pretty wet and rainy, and the field was just a big muddy mess. And that was really more of a safety hazard than anything. When you're having that grass versus turf debate, I mean, the worst thing is having just ankle breakers everywhere and huge piles of mud. So I think ultimately this is going to be a positive and give these metro schools a lot more flexibility in their scheduling and hopefully late in the season their fields will still be in great shape, like a lot of the Williamson County schools and a lot of the private schools have this time of year.
Russell, Cane Ridge, a really good football team. They're 11-1. They've only got, their only loss was to Father Ryan. But, tonight it feels like Beach just kind of has this game under control. But I ask you, if Cane Ridge is going to get back into this football game, what do they have to do?
Well, they've got to try to not have, I guess, busted coverages on those big plays. Keep an eye out for JP Courtney. He looks like he's having a coming out party tonight. And then also they've got to find a way to kind of find some consistency on offense. Reggie Goodlow all year, their main running back who caught the touchdown pass, he's been battling hamstring issues. He's been trying to stay warm on the sideline, but you can tell he's probably not quite 100%. So they've got to find a way to get some of these receivers open and to sustain drives and probably most importantly, capitalize in the red zone because they've had a couple empty red zone trips, and that's really the biggest difference so far.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats here on Friday Night Rivals, and Cane Ridge with nearly 15 minutes of possession time, but 4 penalties for 56 yards, including one that takes 7 off the board that led to a missed field goal. But to answer your question earlier, Cane Ridge with only 47 yards rushing compared to 158 by Beach. So, obviously a big discrepancy there.
Yep, and I'm not sure if that
I mean, I think you see that all across the board nowadays. It really feels like it's a touchdown or bust game. Even in college,
It's got sort of the arena football feel to it.
With the way the offenses are nowadays and just kind of scoring at will, it feels like, if you get 3, you almost feel like it's a letdown. Whereas when games used to end 21-17, if you got 3 points, you felt good about a drive, and now it feels like just like you left points out there.
A victory for the defense.
Absolutely.
It used to not be that way at all, but it is.
It is. It absolutely is a victory for the defense.
The thing that's changed, and it's, you see it on the high school level. These kids are into these 7-on-7 passing things in the summer. They are light years ahead of what I used to see 25, 30 years ago. It's just not even close.
There's something with this. I mean, it feels like every generation probably could say this, but the next generation is just they're a different breed. They're built differently. I don't know, if it's in the milk or in the green beans that they're eating or what, but yeah, they're just kind of made differently right now. But.
Yeah, and football's a copycat sport. I mean, like most sports, from the top down, you start at the professional level, going down through high school. I mean, football has turned into scoring points. It's not. There's not a value or an emphasis as much anymore on quality defense and physical football and running the football. That's why, I mean, you see what the Titans are doing now. No one else is really doing that. I mean, you have some teams that like to play physical football in the NFL, but it's a rarity now. So I think at the high school level, coaches and players, you've got a good quarterback, you've got a few good receivers, you've got a shot. I mean, that's where the game is right now. So yeah, George, those 7-on-7s are really impactful, I think, for chemistry, building chemistry before the season even starts.
Here's one of the things, and I'm trying to think who we brought this up with. It was with Todd Ellis, a former quarterback at South Carolina, who's now their play-by-play voice. The next big copycat is going to be teams taking wide receivers the way Tennessee's doing it now, all the way to the sideline, where it used to be you never saw a receiver go past the numbers. Yeah. But all of a sudden, Heupel started, whatever the length from one side to the other is.
The full 53.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yep.
And you're going to see that.
And you've got to have the personnel to do that too. I mean, you see Todd had talked about, you see a little bit of this from Ole Miss, a little bit of it from, from Baylor and some of those Big 12 teams. But Tennessee has the personnel to do it. And, they have found a way and found that little, benefit or advantage. So, you can try it all you want and try to copycat it. But if you don't have the personnel and the depth at receiver and a quarterback that can run that and a strong running game, it's probably not going to be able to work. But yeah, I mean, I think building towards that, you're going to try to recruit to that. You're going to recruit maybe more receivers. You're going to recruit more athletic offensive linemen. You're going to recruit a quarterback that can make those quick reads and can also run the football and is probably big. I mean, you're going to see a lot of people try to build a team and an offense like what Tennessee has right now. And it looked easy. What Josh Heupel, 2 years. It's ridiculous what they have been able to do. And people ask, who do you give the credit to? You give the credit to Heupel or Hendon Hooker. I mean, it's both.
He found a quarterback that could execute what he wanted.
Yeah, and it's like the Joe Brady, Joe Burrow thing. Wow. I mean, it's the same exact thing as Beach takes a 28-7 lead on Cane Ridge, and that looks like it's going to get out of hand. So that's where football's going right now, and I think you're going to start to see that more at the high school level, and you're going to see it more and more at the college level as well.
Let me ask you a question. Just to play devil's advocate, would the biggest knock against trying to run Heupel's offense in the NFL be that defensive backs are too talented, that they have the ability to cover the space that maybe college defensive backs can't cover?
Well, I think it's more of, those guys are older. I think you look at the offensive side of it. Tony Basilio talked to us about this, George, a few weeks ago when you asked him the question of some of the rumors about Heupel maybe being pursued by NFL teams. He talked about, you've got some old receivers, you got some old offensive linemen. They're not going to. I don't know how well they will liken to a Josh Heupel type
look
offense.
Look at Chip Kelly. How well did that went?
And so I look at that a little bit more so. Yeah, you've got good DBs. But do you have the age and the youth and the energy and athleticism still to even run that? So he's found a nice little niche at Tennessee with some younger guys.
When Spurrier's era with the Redskins didn't work and was a colossal failure, I think there became a little bit more of a hesitancy to just automatically go hire the college guy.
Right, and Nick Saban at Miami as well. So we'll continue that. That's a broad discussion point that we can definitely continue. But Tyler Palmatier is on the line with us, and Tyler is at NBA in McCallie. Tyler, I'm jealous of you. That was my one game. George asked me when we started tonight, what one game would you want to go to tonight? And I said NBA McCallie. I mean, it looks like it's been a pretty good one. It was a good one in the regular season. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, it's been really good, and it's been it's been pretty clean and all those things. And a lot of good players out there. This call came at a really good time. NBA just went up 21-14. And Marcel Reed threw a short touchdown pass to Hutton Durrett, and it was really big because games can really change with sequences really fast. NBA got a quick score at the end of the half to tie it. McCallie gets the ball to start the second half, so that's really important. But then NBA comes out and gets a stop on that first series and then goes up. So, if you kind of let things snowball on you, things can get out of hand. But this is not an NBA team that's really allowed that to happen to them a whole lot this year. So I can't say it's too surprising, but it's certainly impressive. This is what you have to do to win postseason football.
Yeah, I mean, you said that's not what NBA has allowed to happen to them this year. They've got mental toughness. I mean, this is a group that's mature. They've got a bunch of leaders on that team, and they're built for the postseason. So, I mean, have you learned anything new about this NBA team? Because I feel like a lot of this, Tyler, I mean, we've talked about it from the get-go with NBA. This is just business as usual for them.
No, yeah, it's just kind of the same old team. They're super consistent, pretty even keel. Marcel Reed threw a really bad interception in the first half, but these kinds of players like him, I mean, he started for 4 years.
Yeah.
Obviously he's going to Ole Miss, but guys like that they bounce back. Didn't seem like they just don't get rattled by those moments. So, yeah, they're kind of built to last. But this is a really good NBA team. I mean, Jeremy St. Clair the quarterback at McCallie from Canada is huge. He can throw it, he can run it. And I thought at first watching him running around on the first couple series, they may just let him take it 30, 40 times tonight because he's kind of one of those guys that's capable of wearing you down in those situations. But he's thrown around a little bit. And one of the scores is kind of a little bit, I don't know if you call it fluky, but it's 4th and 2, and NBA kind of had a defensive breakdown, and McCallie handed it off, and kid goes 61 yards for a touchdown. So they've actually scored 2 touchdowns on 4th down, which is both their touchdowns on 4th down. Kind of interesting, but I think we'll still get a good finish here potentially. These are 2 really good teams, great cultures. They met for the last year's state finals, and obviously both trying really hard to get back. McCallie won that game and basically could play at home if they get back there. And NBA's probably still got a bad taste in its mouth from what happened last year. So, we'll see. We're about 3 minutes from the fourth quarter, so we're kind of at crunch time.
Tyler, I know the big part of the game is coming up, so I'll ask you a quick question, man. Russell earlier called NBA. He said he felt like they were a team of destiny. Do you get that feeling as well around this NBA team?
Well, I think when you get a team with a bunch of seniors like this, that really, when you get these, the NBA just got a 4th down stop at midfield, going to take back over, the chance to go up 2. I mean, I think that's a good description for it. When you have an experienced team that has really been building toward a moment like this, I think you can call them that. I mean, they're well built. They're well built for this. They maybe weren't quite ready to do it last year, but certainly ready to do it this year. And they've got a chance to really, really kind of start to put this game away if they can go down and score.
Tyler, I'm going to let you get back to it after this one. I just want to give you an update because I feel like you may find it relevant, but Beach is all over Cane Ridge, 28-7. Does that surprise you at all?
Oh, a little bit. I haven't seen Beach in person, but I know I've been really impressed by what they've done running the football. And if you're not ready for that, and I doubt Cane Ridge has seen a team that can run it that well, then I could see that happening a little bit. I thought it'd be more of a toss-up, but it's kind of tough for me being somebody that hadn't seen both teams. But I thought Cane Ridge was playing a little bit better defensively than that. So, yeah, I guess I am a little surprised it's a 3-touchdown game.
Tyler, we'll let you get back to work. Thank you for taking the time to call in.
Yep, you bet. Thank you, guys.
Tyler Palmatier over on Harding Road, where MBA at the moment has a touchdown lead, 21-14 over McCallie.
Speaking of that game, we're going to go right there to that game. NBA has the ball on offense right now. They're trying to go up 2 scores. We're going to go live over to West End and see what happens.
Quarter of play.
We may take a shot here. Let's see. Nope.
Going to hand off to Moore. Moore, tough run, gets to the 40-yard line. He's got to get directly straight to the 39 to pick up the first down. He's going to be a yard short.
And again, we just haven't seemed like we've gotten in a rhythm with our run game. That was only his 5th carry, I think, in the game, 5th or 6th carry of the game. And he's kind of one of those backs, and I feel like we're one of those kind of offenses that's kind of got to get a little, we need to pick up 3, 4 and just kind of keep running it. Here on 3rd and short, it's going to be interesting. Do we try to draw them off sides? We go quarterback sneak. What do you think, John?
I'm thinking quarterback sneak. And so is McCallie.
We moved. Now,
so no makeup call here for
the quarterback and center can actually move if the rest of the guys don't, but I think somebody else moved in there. And that is just a killer.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 1. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now, and that changes what play you can call there. But obviously, you saw the McCallie defense kind of run up to the line. They saw what we saw. They knew the sneak was coming, I think, and now we'll see what happens here. This is a big drive. This is a first down you need to get after your defense has made a big stop. You've got the 7-point lead late here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and you'd like to get the score. We may have to take a timeout here. We're under 10 on the clock. 6, 5, 4. Let's get it off, boys.
Down at 2, down at 1. Yeah,
already took a timeout.
Coach Everard saw they were not going to get that play off, so we'll take the timeout. Back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football on Hippie Radio 94.5 WHPY FM, Bellevue, Nashville.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. Independently owned in Nashville for over 40 years, Martin and Zerfoss has worked with companies and individuals all over the Mid-South to build comprehensive coverage packages designed to provide their clients with a more secure future. Sure, home, auto, life, health, and business insurance, but also specialty areas like church insurance, bank insurance, human resources counseling, employee benefit packages. The depth of services Martin and Zerfoss can offer your business or your family is worth taking a look at their website, martinzerfoss.com.
The official home of Montgomery Bell Academy football. Hippie Radio 94.5.
Welcome back. Big play here. 21-14 NBA got the ball 3rd and 6 at the McCallie 45. Empty backfield. And now McCallie's going to take a timeout. Well, hey, if you got to burn one, make them take one too. Let's take it as well. Back after this on the NBA Football Network.
You're listening to NBA Football on Hippie Radio 94.5 WHP.
All right, that's enough Hippie Radio for tonight. We're going to see what we've got over at 104.5 The Zone, Nolensville and Page. That is still, I think, a tight game. And I'm going to see what I can do with this 104.5 The Zone link. Do you have a score on that one right now,
so
Zach?
it looks like Page may have recovered a fumble on a backward pass and run it back to take a 21-14 lead with 8:14 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So if that did happen, they're probably in break at the moment after a score. But what a turn of events for Page. I mean, it's a 14-14 game. But I think the second or third turnover for Nolensville tonight, Billy. I mean,
wow.
I know they had one on their first or second drive, and now that one. So,
Repeat after
Nolensville,
me.
not,
We are filled with
just kind of hurting themselves. I mean, if you turn the football over in the playoffs, you will go home early, and none bigger than that fumble right there is Marcel Reed just let one fly deep, and that's is that Cooper Richards, number 8? Is that his name?
Claiborne Richards.
Claiborne Richards with the big touchdown catch for the Big Red as they extend their lead to 27-14 with 2:05 left to go in the third quarter. Huge touchdown.
The big man huge touchdown. And we do have Nolensville Page right now on 104.5 The Zone.
Kentucky, Tennessee, only a junior. Probably going to play offensive line in his college career, but he has an impact on this Page 3-man front.
They'll say Johnson lost a yard. Second down and 11. Knights from their own 38. On play action. Pressure. Throw. Near side. Somehow caught by Chance Fitzgerald. The jump ball takes a hard hit in the process, and he's slow to get up. Catch was made on the near side of the 40-yard line. Immediately down. It's a 3-yard pickup, and Fitzgerald is kneeling over here about 5 paces beyond his near sideline, still limping.
Yeah, now he's just trying to walk it off. Looks like he's in some real pain there. Hey, that's probably the best 2-yard gain we're going to see tonight. My goodness. Sandwich between 2 Page defenders. Fitzgerald climbs the ladder to snag it out of the air.
They got to get him off the field. He's still trying to get this thing out, but can barely even walk.
Yeah, he's going to just hobble over wide left there. Line up on that left hash mark of the 40.
On 3rd down and 8. Shotgun snap. Walton to throw. Airing it out long. Has a man. Deep, caught at the 20. 15, 10, 5. Eric Harper again for 6. 59 yards. Extra point away from a tie ball game. We've got a good one.
Called big play Harper tonight. Had a catch and run for a touchdown that went for 82 in the first half. That one good for 59. And what a ball thrown by Kobe Walton. Deep ball was in the air about 45 yards. Couldn't have been placed better, and Harper just steps out of the tackle at the 15.
Reese Miller's extra point try is up, splitting the uprights good. And with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in quarter number 3, another touchdown on the board. 21s are wild between Page and Nolensville. Class 5A quarterfinal action live with you tonight on 104.5 The Zone. We're back in 30 seconds. We got a good one.
Cheers to Prilosec OTC. Just 1 pill each morning and no heartburn all day. My holiday hero.
Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Farm Bureau Health Plans remind you to listen to 104.5 The Zone all week to hear Coach Dave McGinnis and Mike Keith give their insights on your Tennessee Titans. It's all presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. And remember, plan on paying less for the coverage you need with Farm Bureau Health Plans. Get a quote today at fbhp.com.
Listen to your home for Titans football from your home or office live. Simply say, Alexa, play 104.5 The Zone.
59-yard touchdown catch by Nolensville's Eric Harper ties it up 21-all here. It's Nolensville versus Page in the 5A quarterfinals as the Patriots will get it back. Lucas Panzica, Will Bowling with you on 104.5 The Zone. Winner of this game will move on to the 5A semifinals to face the winner between Henry County and Springfield. I should say, that game currently stands 27-19 in favor of Springfield. Couple other scores of note. Oakland leads Blackman 28-16 in 6A, and in the D2 AAA semifinals, BA leads Baylor 25-23.
We got a muffed kickoff return. It's going to be pounced on at the 25. Page will get it first and 10. It's a little bit more eventful than the Patriots would have liked for Calvin Cortaba. First and 10, Patriots at a 21-21 deadlock.
And then finishing out that D2 AAA semifinal, as we said, BA leading by 2 over Baylor in the second half. And then in the third, on the other side of that bracket, MBA up now 21-14 over McCall. So see what kind of matchup you get in that D2 AAA championship game. Be good no matter what.
Traveling right to left, 1st and 10 from their own 25. Patriots on play number 1. A quick toss to the near sideline. It's received by Max Collins, who spins out of bounds immediately with the help of Derrick Burrows. 5 yards on 1st and 10. 4:45 to play, quarter number 3. 21 all between Page and Nolensville.
Second down.
2 touchdown throws by Kobe Walton and both beauties. Colin Hurd with a gorgeous touchdown toss on his last throw as well. 2nd down 5. Shotgun snap. Hurd, 3-step drop with time. Floats it over the middle field again. That's intercepted. Intercepted back at the 40. And immediately down with the football. It's Nolensville safety Nico Amato. The 17th interception of the season by this ball-hawking Knights defense. 1st and 10, Nolensville in front of the home crowd from its own 42.
Yeah, and all the momentum suddenly right back to the home team. A little bit overthrown there by Colin Hurd. Amato tracked it well, secured the catch. And Nolensville will try to pounce on yet another opportunity. Everything happened in favor of Page early in this third quarter. Been all Knights here in the last couple minutes.
Moving from left to right, the Knights in the all-black uniforms, white helmets on this beautiful artificial turf surface here in the south side of Williamson County and Nolensville High School. Walton, shotgun snap, 3-step drop, throw, left side, incomplete. Swatting it down was Brendan Ains just a couple of minutes after his scoop and score touchdown that gave Page its first lead tonight. Makes a good play, denying the tight end a catch. That's Orpheus at 2nd down 10. Nolensville 21, Page 21. Standing room only tonight in Williamson County. Man in motion left to right, north cut. Give goes up the middle. Samson Johnson looking for space, and he's wrestled backwards. Good stop up front. That's big number 56 for the Page Patriots defense. The nose tackle on the stop.
3rd down for the Knights.
And I don't have a number 56. Problematic for us, but it'll be 3rd down and 11 upcoming for Page.
Cole Combs.
There it is. Thank you. 3rd down and 11. Shotgun snap. Walton with time. Pocket starting to collapse. Rolling right. Fires deep down the field and nobody home. Incomplete. Pass was intended really deep for Eric Harper again, who's got 2 touchdowns of 50-plus yards. That time closely guarded by Ains, and 4th down upcoming. Here comes the punt team.
Yeah, looking for the shot play after the turnover. They want that sudden change. As Coach Mack puts it on Titans radio. Couldn't quite take advantage, but it's all right. You stole away an offensive possession from Page, and now an opportunity to pin them deep. What a game we have here at Nolensville.
Absolutely. Miller will boot it away, standing back at his own 29, has the snap, kicks it high, spiraling. Copeland will watch it bounce. It takes a Page roll. We got a flag here at the end of this one, too. For now, it is down at the 32-yard line of Page. 1st and 10 is where they'll have it just a couple of minutes after the INT. Yeah, let's pick up the penalty flag. Student section's been into it. They've been here since about an hour and a half before kickoff. That's always noteworthy. It's especially impressive when it's 35 degrees outside.
It was the same thing in the regular season when these two teams met. At the time, it was 7-0 on 7-0, basically for the region crown. And these guys were out here 90 minutes before kick, and they were loud the whole time.
So helmet-to-helmet flag is going to be called against Page here.
The second one tonight.
And actually, let me correct myself. That's a blindside block.
Okay.
Specifically, that's going to be called against the Patriots.
Foul against the Patriots.
And that is a personal foul penalty. That's going to push Page back to its own 19.
Well, Will, the 5A bracket on the other side is set in stone as Knoxville West remains unbeaten. They beat Daniel Boone 49-7. They will face the Powell Panthers, who, of course, won 5A a year ago, beating these Page Patriots in the title game. Powell wins 43-13 against Oakland. So West first Powell in the semifinal in East Tennessee.
In the pistol set, Colin Hurd takes the snap, fires it out to the right side, complete at the 25-yard line outside the numbers with the football. Ethan Lisman is escorted out of bounds by Derrick Washington. An 8-yard pickup on 1st and 10. And a nice rhythm throw for Colin Hurd to get his confidence back after the INT on his last toss. Clock moving. 3 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. 3 touchdowns between these two teams already in this stanza. Hurd in the pistol. Page on its own side of the 27-yard line. Handoff. Walker running up the middle by one arm tackle across the 30. And with his first down, before Jackson Bandy makes the tackle up to the 31-yard line. 4 yards later, a 1st and 10 for the Patriots.
Tackled by number 33, Jackson Bandy. Gain of 3 on the play.
Tie game. It feels like the momentum's really swung toward Nolensville, but it's 21-21. Your Page, just do your thing, run the football. Entire playbook at your disposal, and run your offense here. See if you can't take another lead.
Pistol set, tight end left, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hurd takes the chest high snap, immediately fires the rope to the right side. It's incomplete on a slant, intended for Max Collins. Providing the lumber was Derrick Washington.
Yeah, again, just a little bit too much juice on that throw for Colin Hurd, looking for his favorite target, Max Collins.
Derrick Burrows on the coverage.
And that's Burrows, actually, I should say, on the coverage on the far sideline.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup all night. Derrick Burrows against Max Collins. Both have made great plays tonight.
3:01 to go in the third. 21 all between Page and Nolensville tonight. Page in the all-white uniforms with red numbers, navy trim, silver helmets, shining under the Friday night lights here against their road rivals. Pistol snap. Hurd throws near sideline, complete, broken tackle. Listman, 35, with speed up to the 40-yard line. That middle screen works for the first time tonight for the Patriots, and at a big time, 11 yards, 1st down and 10. Ethan Listman gets loose.
Yeah, they finally get that little tunnel screen going down the left hash mark. A good job blocking for the Page front.
Gain of 12 yards
to move the
play.
chains
First
and
down.
kind of settle into this drive a little bit after a rocky last few minutes.
Scores on offense, special teams, and defense. Gives Page its 21 points tonight. A touchdown run for Nolensville. Samson Johnson, and 2 touchdown throws from Kobe Walton to Eric Harper on the other side. Snap to Hurd. Handoff behind right end. Walker with space. 45, 50. A hard stiff arm, and he wrestles his way out of bounds on that far sideline. That's a street fight between himself and the defensive back over there on that far end. I believe that was Derrick Washington once again. 10 more yards. Move those chains again. Page is on the move into Nolensville territory.
That's a nice misdirection by this Page offense. A zone blocking scheme carrying everything to the left side to give it to Walker, and he just puts on a head of steam to his right. Not really anybody in the neighborhood until Washington had to catch up to him.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left side of the formation. Brendan Ains comes in at tailback, standing at the left tip of Colin Hurd. Squatting down with those red gloves right above each of his knees as Hurd takes the snap. Pump fakes, has time, fires one towards the far sideline, or near sideline, I should say. That's caught outside the numbers at the 40-yard line. There's Max Collins once again winning another battle with Derrick Burrows. It's 9 more yards and a 2nd down and short upcoming.
You're always impressed when you see guys that aren't quarterbacks by trade get so much better and develop at that position. Colin Hurd's a linebacker. We've said it plenty of times. His head coach called him the best linebacker to ever come through this high school, but he's not playing linebacker because he's their quarterback. And that time, he drops back, he goes through his progressions, he pump fakes in the middle, and then he layers a throw 30 yards to his left for a sideline catch. That did look like a linebacker there.
Yeah, he did. 2nd down, 1. At the 39, handoff, Ains behind right end, has his first down as he's torpedoed down to the turf by Jackson Bandy. Ains gets the better of that matchup, moving the pile forward up to the 36-yard line. 3 hard-earned yards and another first down. There's Colin Hurd replacing now UTEP minor quarterback Jake McNamara. It's a different look to this offense, isn't it, Lucas? Because it was spread it out, throw it 30, 40 times last year for Page. A little bit more downhill running this time.
Yeah, they've always been that spread out, fling it all over the yard type of offense, which you don't always expect with a former offensive lineman as your head coach, Charles Rathbone, former lineman at Carson Newman. But yeah, they're a little more physical this year, still with those elements, though, like right here.
Hurd, shotgun snap, pressured, sidearms a toss, complete outside the numbers to the 40. to the 35 to the 30. This is Listman through an arm tackle at the 25 to the 20, cutting it upfield to the 10 to the 5, all the way home for a touchdown. 36 yards. Ethan Listman sprints it in for 6, his 4th touchdown catch of the season, and you're not going to find one much better than that.
How about the speed from Ethan Listman? That looked like a broken play. Colin Hurd was wrapped up in the backfield, and he sidearmed it because he had to, Will. He didn't have kind of the proximity around him to be able to make a regular throw to that right side. He only had a pocket of space covered up, blanketed by defenders to sidearm it out there, and Listman threw a couple arm tackles, just turned on the jets. My goodness. The speed from the wideout, and he immediately went down when he got tackled into the end zone, grabbed that left leg a little bit, and you can see, I think, why Page is calling a timeout here. Will Listman is their kicker, and if they want to make this extra point, they got to make sure he's okay.
When we come back, the Class 5A quarters are giving us a barn burner on 104.5 The Zone.
Hey, Commodore.
Not Hey Commodores, but we're going to go over to Brentwood Academy and Baylor right now. Brentwood Academy right now trails Baylor 38-32, 9.5 to play. Let's send it over to the Brentwood Academy live stream.
Outside the tackles. Not good to see Deuce Scott limping off. He's outstanding linebacker.
Richard Griffin off the right side, got a good block downfield across the 40. Knocked out of bounds, but not till another Johnson's Grill first down. Deuce Scott, kind of that bruiser, big, waits for the blocking. Richard Griffin, Brax Belleville, their first step is full speed.
And Colby Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys have great speed, and if they can get on the edge there, they're a tough out.
Still on the ground with Griffin. We gain about 3. Five and a half left to go over on West End. NBA still leads McCauley 28-21. McCauley has the ball 1st and 10, backed up to their 8-yard line. Snap. McIntyre gets this one, just throws it up to Clifton. Good job of getting the awareness, just to throw it away, right?
Great poise, like you said, great awareness. I mean, first of all, it's great to grab the ball, and then secondly, to have the presence of mind to get rid of it near a receiver and out of harm's way as you're being attacked there from the right side.
3rd and 7 from the 32. You got to think 4-down territory for the Eagles. So the screen to Neo Clifton inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that'd be a long field goal that would only cut the lead in half. I think you got to go for it.
4th and a long 3, ball at the 28-yard line. McIntyre with 2 wideouts to either side. Baylor's going to bring pressure. They're going to give it to Griffin, and he has nowhere to go.
Well, that's
didn't see that coming, did you? I mean, kind of
no.
Got 4th and 3. Wideouts to either side, ran it up the middle, and Baylor knew it. They had everybody coming up the middle.
The only thing I can think of is just trying to catch them, thinking fast. But,
right.
No, I didn't see that coming. You got me.
Didn't get Baylor's. They were all right there to stuff that with 8:13 left to go.
Another big play by the Baylor defense. We talked about the offense all night. Their defense, after that first drive of the second half, has played outstanding.
Baylor's going to give it to Hartman. There's a holding penalty. Yeah.
Can you get your flag out there too? Because there's only 2 out there.
They threw it. They threw it immediately.
Does that mean we have a consensus?
Yeah. We'll back that one up 10 yards.
Still plenty of time, Scott. You got to get that ball back. Got to find a way to get in the end zone for the Eagles. 8 minutes left, and still lots of time. Can't give up another score though. Barbitt trying to get to him. Oh, break on it. Nice play.
Good job by Isaiah Kane. He was right there on Jefferson. You're right. They're playing Jefferson almost like let him have it in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, that's 12 yards. But, he threw the ball. It was a nice throw, but he still had time to break on it and cause the incompletion.
Eagles trying to bring pressure. They got a man wide open.
He's short, though.
Yep. We say it again. Les Champ throws a great football. It's going to bring up 3rd and looks like 8, maybe 7. Yep, 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line.
Yeah,
7.5 left to go in the fourth.
That was a great throw and catch there. Again, VA having to just kind of drop back into the zone and hope you can have an incompletion. I mean, they did send Barbett on one, and you'd like to see one of these guys get home and get some pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. Green's been close a few times. There comes Deuce Scott.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. He got tipped by the other Baylor player.
LeBlanc was in the way, and it went through.
So 88 tipped it, and it ended up in somebody else's hands.
He did. Dalton Rastelli tipped it.
I'm not even sure
Haney was right there.
Who he intended to throw it to.
Somebody ran the wrong route, and somebody got – hey, that's what you got to have, though.
That's right.
Good pass and catch. So Baylor has another first down to the Eagle 45 with 6:45 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Another 2nd and 20 for naught. And, conversion by
Great
this
point.
Baylor offense.
Muschamp gets that one out. Oh, complete to Jefferson.
Fortunate.
Man, he might still be running. We talked about earlier. You got basically 2 coaches' kids at quarterback. Let's be honest. I mean,
That's right.
You got guys. These 2 guys are making plays and being aware of what they're doing. Like we said, Muschamp's getting banged around by the Brentwood County defense. Gets up every time. We say it all the time. Apple trees make apples. He's had a great game. George McIntyre has stuck in there as a young sophomore. Didn't even dress for the playoffs last year. Now he's a starting quarterback.
He's a talent.
Muschamp breaks 1 tackle. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd and 10 from the 45-yard line. 3 minutes left to go on West End. NBA still leads McCauley by 7. McCauley has the ball down to the NBA 37-yard line, and they're driving. Eagles look to bring pressure. They do. They can't get there.
He's about a yard short.
Should be about a yard short. Yep.
Sure they'll go for it here.
Had a lot of success with Hampton trying to get short yardage and even Muschamp. Play clock at 13. Game clock at 5:13. Baylor will call timeout. We'll take it with them. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 37 with 5:03 left to go in the fourth when we come back.
All right. You know what time it is now. We're going to head right back over to Nolensville and Page High School, back to 104.5 The Zone.
You could save big when you bundle your home, auto, and other vehicles.
As we continue our high school football red zone, this should be coming up, but we'll take a listen to a little bit more seconds of this break, and then we'll go right back to Nolensville and Page.
Or even a fraction of that. And that's in perfect conditions without 11 giant men trying to fold you like origami.
But you definitely could save big when you bundle your home, auto, and other vehicles with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
He is such a natural ball carrier.
So does Kobe Walton have another touchdown strike in him? He's got 3 today. All of them 50-plus yards. Standing in the shotgun set, Walton claps his hands together and takes the snap. Handoff, Johnson behind left guard, prances around, now kickstarts into motion across the 40-yard line, gets down to the 42 on Nolensville's own side of the 50. Jace Hoth, the outside linebacker, there to greet him. Ball between the hash marks, Nolensville traveling from right to left. Home black uniforms with black pants, those dark blue numbers with white trim, white helmets, that shimmering in logo with a sword right in the middle of it on each side of those lids. On 2nd down and 8, Walton tries that hard count again with a little double clap. Nobody moves on the Page side of the field. The white uniforms with white pants, scarlet numbers, silver trim, and shiny silver helmets. Shotgun snap. Walton, pressured, throws, left side, incomplete. Wanted Orpheus, the tight end, who was open in space, had about 2 steps on the defensive back for Page. That was Caden Walker, and it's 3rd down and 8. Clock stops with 7:15 left. (35-28). Page on top. Patriots trailed this one 14-7 at halftime. On the road, they've outscored the Knights 28-14 in the second half. Another instant classic in the postseason on the zone. Receiver to each side as Walton takes the shotgun snap. Pressure coming. Screen pass incomplete. Appeals for a penalty from the Nolensville Knights because Samson Johnson was covered up by a big ugly up front who never turned his head and got all man and no ball. But there's no flag. 4th down upcoming, and here comes the punt team. Nolensville wanting a penalty there, and I think they've got a case. Contact was within 5 yards, but Samson Johnson was beyond the line of scrimmage there. So punt formation for Reese Miller. Back at his own 20-yard line, ready to receive it is McLean Copeland. Miller takes the snap, swings his right foot through it, high spiraling kick, rolls at the 30 and continues to roll for the Men in Black. That's going to keep going on the artificial turf surface down to the 11-yard line. That's a really good kick.
That's a great job by Miller.
That is a 47-yard punt by my quick math. And a 1st down and 10 upcoming. Page from its own 11 has not led by multiple scores all night. They have the opportunity to do so for the first time, up 35-28.
Well, offense couldn't convert, but special teams did the job for Nolensville, and now the onus is on this defense after giving up a long touchdown drive and 2-point last time out. This Nolensville defense down 7 with under 7 minutes to go. Season on the line.
Pistol set. Hurd. Quick throw left side is almost intercepted, but it's caught somehow by Max Collins outside the numbers on the far sideline at the 16-yard line.
As much as a lot of people will want to keep track of Nolensville Page, Brentwood Academy and Baylor is an absolute classic. We're going to head over there now.
Kind of the quick screen to Barnes out there, right? Good block. I think it was Ian Scott who was out there on the outside blocking.
You know, you see sometimes when BA will put 3 or 4 guys on one side, throw the screen there with a lot of blockers, but also more traffic. And that time only had the pair out there where you had a block and Barnes had a little more room to operate. Plenty of time here to get the call, but
play clock at 15. Baylor bringing pressure. McIntyre looks, waits, throws to Ian Scott, complete. Knocked out of bounds, but not until inside Red Raider territory. Just short of the first.
Boy, McIntyre starting to throw off his back foot a little bit there. I mean, still a nice throw, but you can just see, I mean, what pressure will do as far as getting sacked twice in a game. He rarely gets sacked, and I'd like to see him throwing off that front foot again.
Deuce Scott has that one, enough for another first down for the Eagles. Johnson's Grill first down as they'll get it up to about the 43-yard line. My goodness. I'll tell you after this play what just happened at NBA McCall. McIntyre looks, throws this one out to Barnes. Boy, he went backwards.
Yeah, he did.
You run it 3 times.
Well,
it's going to be tough.
And there's a missed block out there that cost him.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. McCauley just caught a touchdown with 45 seconds to go.
Are they going for 2?
To be down 28-27. Gibbs going to be the Deuce Scott. Tries to get out the right side. Does. Keeps running. Dragging.
Powerful.
My goodness. He drug a defensive lineman at least 9 yards holding on to him.
Just a powerful run by the senior. Got a first down. Looks like the white hat. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he motioned it, but the
he
chain
did.
guys weren't moving.
They're struggling a little bit. 1st and 10, Brentwood Academy at the 33. Slant. Oh, hit him in the,
Boy,
hit him in the numbers. Yeah.
Pretty throw. Too bad. Nice. We haven't seen that all night. We haven't seen a little quick slant or any of the crossing patterns that BA I thought we'd see more of tonight. Hey, maybe one reason is he hadn't as much time to throw.
Right.
And that's probably why we've seen more of these quick screen type plays because of the time.
Yeah, it's going to be to Scott up the middle. Keeps
Goodness gracious. Just pound it, young man.
Deuce Scott for another Jonathan's Grill first down. 2:43 left to go in this game. Give it to him again.
He's got some room this
15,
time.
10,
Oh, he
falls
lost his
forward.
balance.
And I think he's going to be close enough for another first down.
Boy, I don't want to be too greedy here because we've got to score no matter what. But boy, it'd be nice if it took a couple of minutes to get in the end zone. But they got to score even if it's on this play. So.
Richard Griffin comes in to replace Deuce Scott. He'll be next to McIntyre. They're going to give it to Griffin right up the middle. By the way, McCauley tried to go for 2 and didn't get it. NBA will be headed back to Chattanooga. Not sure.
45 seconds left. Onside kick. You don't have any faith, man.
I'm just saying.
That'll be the end of
Kick
McCauley's state championship run at 3.
NBA
Of course,
undefeated.
BA won 4 straight from 15 to 18.
Second down. Richard
Give it
Griffin.
to him.
Touchdown, Eagles. Richard Griffin from 7 yards out with 1:46 left to go. Ties it up at 38. My goodness.
Crowd is alive. They're cold, but they feel better now.
What a game. Rob Brinkman, Laster to kick. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good with 1:46 left to go in the game. Your new score, Brentwood Academy 39, Baylor 38.
And we're just continuing to switch it back and forth. We're going back to Page and Nolensville. Page with the 35-28 lead with about 8 minutes left to go, and then
what a night of high school football.
And then
unbelievable. We got so just to update everybody in our high school red zone tonight, Brentwood Academy leads Baylor right now 39-38 with 1:46 to play.
Yep.
NBA leads McCauley 28-27 with 43 seconds to play, but it looks like that game will be over. McCauley tried to go for 2 to win it there.
Oh, man, what?
I mean, you probably should have just kicked it, maybe go to OT, but maybe they feel like they wanted to win it there.
Maybe.
You've also got Nolensville and Page. You just said Nolensville's up, or Page is up, rather?
35-28.
Okay, so let's check in on that one right now.
First and goal for Nolensville.
Unbelievable.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
In the backfield, there's big number 40, Eric Hazard, the 6'4" sophomore edge rusher. He's going to be a really good football player. He is right now, and that's a 3-yard loss back to the 9.
Yeah, Hazard has made some huge plays for this defense all season long. He's been fairly limited this year. Nolensville's done a good job of understanding where he is at all times. But that time, just overwhelming for this Nolensville front. Huge play here.
3rd and goal at the 8. Walton, shotgun snap, Fires right side, intercepted. Intercepted by Page. Caden Walker catches the football, a dart thrown right to him at his own 3. The 10th pick of the season for Kobe Walton comes at a bad time. 1st and 10, Patriots with a huge stop inside goal to go.
He wanted Chance Fitzgerald, that in-breaking route at the goal line. Will, think Super Bowl Seahawks, Patriots, maybe not on the 1, but from the 8, the same way on that slant. Walker jumped that route just like Malcolm Butler did on the pass from Russell Wilson, and he just beat Fitzgerald to the football, read it all the way, and what a massive play by the junior to give his team the football inside their own 5 with a 7-point lead in under 5 minutes to go.
All right, unbelievable night of high school football continues. We're going to switch right back over to Baylor and Brentwood Academy now.
High school football game. 2 great teams. Here comes pressure.
And there goes. Oh,
nice
my
play.
goodness.
Oh, it's a flag.
Oh,
Goodness.
my goodness.
Boy, that
I can't believe he
Scott.
called that. It was actually a good play by both teams.
I thought it was a great play by the defense. I didn't think he got there early. but-
Wow. Calls the pass interference. Like we said, playoff officials come from everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Neither of these officials are
Oh,
from
no.
Nashville or Chattanooga.
No, if it was a mistake, it was an honest one, I can assure you.
It was actually a good play by defense, going up for just a
Right. Well,
Trying to
30
make a play.
seconds, yeah. It'll be hard to survive from the 14-yard line in 30 seconds, Scott.
The Eagles need to make a play right here defensively. 1st and 10 at the 14. Muschamp throws it up.
Uh-oh, yep.
He caught it.
There it is.
Just went right up over him. Just threw it up. Just a
Well, you
little
got
simple,
26 seconds and 3 timeouts.
just a nice little simple pitch and catch from the 14-yard line. Threw it up and took it 80 yards in less than a minute.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. I didn't think the clock was going to be an issue.
Right.
In fact, the fact that it kept running went in Baylor's favor. So, but BA's got 25 seconds, 3 timeouts, and an outstanding kicker. So, actually, the kicker's not
Kicker
going to
won't
help.
help
Sorry,
him.
brother.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a 1-point game. My bad.
Baylor will go for 2. Muschamp will be stopped, but it doesn't matter. Baylor has put 44 points on the board. Brentwood Academy's put 39 with 25 seconds left. Is there a last-second miracle? We'll be right back.
So as we just kind of turn that volume down, we will get you right back over to Carlton Flat Field in Williamson County.
What a night, Billy. What a night of high school football.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is what you ask for when you sign up for Friday Night Live right here.
D2-3A alone has been spectacular.
Just shootouts everywhere.
Yeah, Page Nolensville, another great one.
NBA has beaten McCallie, so that is final.
It looks like there may be just north of 3 minutes left in Page Nolensville. So hopefully we do want to give you the end of this BA game because at this point, anything can happen. BA returning the kick past the 25. He got space. He's got a lane. He's going.
40 needs a block.
Let's get there live.
Oh my gosh.
Colby Jones gets it down to the 31-yard line. There's 15 seconds left to go. The Eagles have 3 timeouts, down 5.
That may have been a game-saving tackle for Baylor because they weren't going to catch him if he could have made one more cut to get past him. Let's see. BA's got they got at least 2 plays in them, maybe 3, and all 3 timeouts. So 32 yards to get to the finals in 15 seconds.
Oh, my goodness. Baylor will call timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. We'll take it with them with 15 seconds left to go in the game.
The unbelievable night of high school football continues. The Nolensville just recovered a fumble.
Yep.
I'm hearing, Zach.
On the page 22-yard line with 3:05 left.
So they've still got a chance. Just unbelievable. Like I said, NBA and McCallie has gone final. Zach, what do you say? We haven't taken a break in quite a while. So let's kind of reconvene ourselves. We'll hear a few commercials here. We'll come back. We'll give a big scoreboard update. Probably our final. So I say we do that, Zach. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We're going to go to break, and we'll be right back here on Friday Night Live.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand. So, no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
You think it was worth it?
No more questions.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
What a night of high school football, Billy.
I don't care that it's 9:30. This is what high school football is all about. We knew we would have great games tonight, and man, these teams have pulled through for us. Baylor and Brentwood Academy down to 9 seconds left in their game right now. Baylor leads 44-39 in an absolute shootout. So we will kick it over right now to BA and Baylor.
Back from the timeout. Play clock down to 15. Eagles in the huddle. 9 seconds left to go in the game. Eagles down 5, 44-39. McIntyre gets it to Ian Scott.
Get down.
Hanging down to 15. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. And Brentwood Academy will take their first timeout, which they can't take the other two home with them. Ian Scott up slow. So Brentwood Academy will have it the final play, Chris. Ball's going to be hitting the 16-yard line with 2 seconds left to go in the game. You got a sophomore quarterback, like we said, didn't even dress for the playoffs last year. It's had an outstanding game. I mean, it's been both quarterbacks have played out. It's been a great high school football game.
It's been a shootout. I mean, it's been a classic state semifinal matchup here in D2 AAA, and both teams have played well. Baylor came in as the clear favorite, had a key turnover there at their 8-yard line that BA converted into points, but boy, they are playing like the favorite. But Brentwood Academy hadn't backed down. The Eagles here to play tonight. They got a lot of pride and a lot of tradition, and they're going to have a chance to go 16 yards in one play to advance. And if they don't, they really don't have anything to feel bad about. They've played well. They've played hard. The effort has been outstanding, and this offense has played really well all night.
So McIntyre has 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Baylor is bringing pressure. McIntyre's going to have to get rid of it. Throws it. Complete. Short. I don't know. Did he get it? Did he get it? There's no signal.
No
I think he's
signal.
down. There's no signal. I think he's down. He stopped at the 1-yard line. No signal. And Baylor has won the football game on that last second play as there is no signal.
Boy, it looked like he got right inside the pylon, didn't it?
There's a lot of people that think he did too. My goodness, they're going to call it. Unfortunately, we don't have replay.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Chattanooga Baylor has come in and scored a touchdown with 25 seconds to go.
You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, we only have the angle that we have, which is the far side, but pylon is down.
Yeah,
he dove at the pylon.
Those referees they're gonna need some bodyguards tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
Getting out of Brentwood Academy. I mean,
wow.
I thought he was in.
I thought he was too. I thought
obviously we're not there. We're not the referee that was right there.
Sure.
We're not him. He had the best angle. So obviously we're just watching from a live stream camera. So we probably don't have the best angle.
Sure.
But first glance, that looked like he was in.
It did.
Brutal way. But the announcer said it. Credit to Baylor. I mean, you put up 44 against anybody, you deserve to win the game.
Sure.
Man, that's tough. McIntyre, he's a young kid, sophomore. He'll be back. He'll be back for more. So, but man, what a night for high school football. Is Nolensville Page still going on?
There's a minute left. Page just got a 4th down stop.
It looks like Page is going to win.
Looks like Page is going to win.
Man, that's tough for Coach Derrick and those guys. They had a great season.
They did. They did.
Obviously, we know it's not quite over yet, but it is looking like it's going to go Page's way. Man, what a night, Zach. And I say we do one more scoreboard update.
Yeah.
Kind of,
and then
talk through some scores and wrap this baby up.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's do it, man. Let's jump right to it. Of course, our scoreboard sponsored by Donnelly Timmons Custom Home Builders. I mean, the best of the best here in Nashville. If you're looking for your home to be built by someone, Donnelly Timmons is the company and the guy that you're looking for. So be sure to get in touch with him. And we are very, very grateful for his sponsorship of this scoreboard update. Starting in Region 2, Billy, these are all final. These are all East Tennessee teams all the way down through Region 4. But Alcoa disposes of Gatlinburg-Pittman 56-21. Anderson County slays Greenville 38-7. Coalfield flexes all over Oliver Springs 56-0. Maryville handles Science Hill 38-14. Knox West continuing their undefeated season 49-7 over Daniel Boone. York Institute 35-21 winner over Monterey. In Region 3, Red Bank takes care of East Hamilton 28-6, and Powell handles Oak Ridge 43-13.
So there you have it, Powell handling Oak Ridge there. Moving on to Division 1, Region 4, Clay County holds on to beat Gordonsville 41-6. Tyner Academy beats East Robertson 35-7. Giles County over Sweetwater 24-13. Oakland defeats Blackman 48-23. In Division 1 Region 5, East Nashville holds on to beat Smith County 40-27.
Moving on to Region 6, it's Beach 35, Cane Ridge 7. A little bit of a surprise there, how lopsided it was. Decatur County Riverside takes care of Lewis County 33-26.
Man, they keep rolling. Decatur County Riverside.
They do. They're 11-2. It was a matchup of two 11-2 teams tonight in the Class 2A state quarterfinal. Pearl Cone continuing the winning ways for Metro Nashville Public Schools, defeating Lexington on the road 41-24 in the Class 4A state quarterfinal. McKenzie takes care of Fayetteville 20-18 in the Class 1A state quarterfinal. And again, with about 58 seconds left, Page leads Nolensville 35-28. Moving down to Region 7, Covington handles Dyersburg 24-10. Haywood, big winner over Milan 64-14. It's Henry County 27, Springfield 19, Huntington 14, Union City 3.
Moving on to Division 1, Region 8, Bartlett handles Germantown. They hold on in the Class 6A state quarterfinal 16-14. Meanwhile, late in this one, good one between Mace and Peabody. Mace up late on Peabody 26-24. Of course, in Division 2, the East Middle Region, NBA holds on to beat McCallie. They advance to play Brentwood Academy next week, Baylor, rather. Baylor beat Brentwood Academy, so Baylor will move on to face NBA. next week in that matchup.
That is going to be worth the price of admission. In
you know,
2
Zach,
weeks.
the thing about it is going to be worth the price of admission. But you know, these semifinal games were so good that next week, we'll probably get. I hate saying it, but you know, maybe it's a classic. Maybe it's a classic NBA Baylor. But with how good these were, we may not get it next week. You know, sometimes that's how it goes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But I mean, you could have argued NBA Macaulay felt like a championship game. BA Baylor felt like a championship type game. So it's going to be interesting to see how both those teams kind of gather themselves again and get back on the mat and keep playing. So.
Thankfully, they have a bye before they have to play next week.
Yeah,
because you're right. I don't know how they would
Thanksgiving bye.
Yeah, I don't know how they would bounce back from that. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. Baylor's going to have obviously the home field advantage, but you know, like Tyler Palmatier had said, like Russell Venozzi had said, it really feels like NBA could be a team of destiny this year. And you know, we'll wait to see how it plays out. But Billy, what a fun night of high school football here on Friday Night Live. I know we've got semifinals and public classifications next week. We got the championships in 2 weeks.
Can't wait. Great night, Zach. We got one more week of this. You know, if all goes well, of course. But looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So, Billy, we're going to end it with that. So we will see you next week. It's been a lot of fun. He's Billy Derrick. I'm Zach Womble. And again, this is Friday Night Live, powered by Main Street Media Television.
So long.